It still
Guys,
says.
are we live? Are we live?
Are we
Is
live?
it on?
Are we live?
And we're
so.
live.
Live says.
Let's play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Yes, we're gonna do some 5th edition here.
It's not the one you're expecting.
No,
Nope.
no, we're down a player. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. So if your DM is running this, perhaps you'll find some secrets if you watch this. So if you're in my game, fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. Or my game. Fuck off too.
Or his game, yeah. If you're in one of our games, close this window, and be nice and don't peek behind my screen. I don't know. I have nothing.
The DM
All right.
screen.
Do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Also,
Don't
no
pay-
secrets for you.
Don't pay attention to the guy who's making a bunch of noises that are almost words but not quite. That's me, by the way. That's me. All right, so one of us has a character that they made for another game that they're going to get a chance to try out. The other two, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the other two are using actually the pre-generated character, so we'll get to see how that goes. So, for the sake of expedience, the three of you are old friends from various walks of life. Not necessarily from the same village. That's all up to you guys. But you met through one circumstance or another, and the path of your life has taken you to the southern area on the Sword Coast. You are currently traveling to a town called Greenest, which is a fairly good-sized community, famous in this region for being one of the only major major points of civilization in this entire huge meadowed area. Basically, it's your last stop for provisions or a fine place to sleep between Iriabor and Belagrost. If you guys need some idea of where this is, you are southwest of Baldur's Gate. Roughly between Baldur's Gate and the Sunset Mountains.
Out of character, I suggest we go to the edge of the map until we're all collected, and then load. Stuff.
Yeah. You're stopped by a loading screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see how long it takes to load.
Anyway, yeah, and I'm like, so are we now in the town?
You are approaching.
Okay.
The town. I'm going to say on the road from the west headed east. This area actually goes up over a nice hill, a nice large hill in the grassland. So as you crest it, you'll get a chance to see this generally idyllic little farming city, or small farming city. The very first thing you notice is smoke rising up from the town, and you immediately can see many small figures ahead of you running around in what appears to be actually a battle.
I was whistling a tune while we were walking, and it just.
Well, my simple-minded friends, I think we have some trouble brewing in front of us. We should go and check it out, as you plebeians say. So.
Yeah. I looked at Mitchell. What's your character's name? I can't see it.
Iskander.
Iskander. I say, he calls you simple-minded. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I just kind of look at Barker's character with a grin and is like, all right, well, anyway, since the wizard seems to be all interested in it, I pull out my shield and my spear and I'm like, let's crash a party.
Wait. I pull out my robe and wizard's hat. Which I was wearing already, so it was kind of weird.
I stomp my feet to let you know you're in my breeding territory.
He was naked until now.
I continue on. So let us be swift. Maybe there's something to gain out of this, some knowledge to be had. Yes.
Can I have a family member live in this town?
Absolutely.
I think there's definitely something to gain here, but I think we should we should be swift, but we should also maybe try to be stealthy and not be seen too much.
Real quick question, guys. Would you like me to run the pre-generated cleric as a non-player character for you guys?
Sure.
Do you guys want to live or die?
That's I think that should have been the question, really.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. But can all he say is Hodor?
No.
Shit.
That is the barbarian half-giant class. I'm sorry. Okay.
He says Hodor, he has a friend, all he says his name is Groot.
Yep.
Jeez.
We're coming in from the west side of this town. How is the town laid out?
All right. It's actually relatively squarish. You can see there is a hill in the center with a well-fortified keep. A river snakes its way along the southern part, surrounded by thick brush and in some areas light forest. There are some settlements south of that river. Most of them are to the north. From your current vantage point, you can see another large structure nearby you. It appears to be a church.
I would start moving forward.
Yes, let's move forward and see what is happening. I mean, all we can see is that there's some fire and some kind of battle is being commenced here. So
We should
Let's
take cover
move
near the
on.
brush.
you can do that, and of course our brave warrior Iskander should bravely go forward. So I can
Oh, yeah.
think about the
I'm
right
gonna
strategy.
try and use the trees to disguise my advance until I get to behind the building and basically use that as a way to try and hide as much of myself as I can while peeking around.
I'm gonna stick with the cleric because obviously he knows what he's doing here.
Which oh wait, because he's played by the DM. Is that why he knows what he's doing? You know what? Good call. I'm gonna stick with the cleric too. I'm really liking this cleric.
He might be knowing something about the gods here.
Actually, you know what? My character, Azalea Springs, would attend to the brush as well.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the closest area of brush.
You said there was a river there, so
Yeah.
maybe snaking along.
So, okay.
Are we going to describe our characters, or?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oop.
Sorry. Go ahead, by all means.
It's like after the first play of a football game.
I-
Azalea Springs, Western Faerun University.
I apologize for pushing that along that quickly. That is just a time issue. I absolutely have no problem with you guys doing that.
I just figure, were we going to describe them, or are we going to skip it? So.
Go ahead.
You go first, Mitchell.
All right.
After you get that stuff out of your...
Iskander stands at 7'3", weighs almost 300 pounds. He is a dragonborn with golden heritage, a gold dragon heritage. So his scales all over his body are a type of dusky gold, with a type of untamed red hair looks very similar to a Spartan warrior from ancient Greece. Carries scale mail across him, large backpack, long sword, shield with the symbol of Uruk, his home city that he was a warrior for, as well as a spear.
I'm an elf that is pointy-eared elf with a robe and wizard's hat.
My name's
Short
Azalea
notice.
Springs. What's that?
I said short notice.
That's just the rest of the description, short notice.
Sorry,
My
Mark.
name's Azalea Springs. I'm a rogue I'm a Lightfoot halfling, Lightfoot clan. This is my village that I'm watching burn right now. My friends call me the Improviser, but it's not as dashing of a reason they call me that as I would like to think. I don't really want to talk about my past, and I really enjoy a good glass of wine. That's it. I'm short. I'm a halfling.
Steal things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Traveling with you is a cleric, we'll say Chantia, named Silas. Let me check I believe he is oh, he's a cleric. Or he's a hill dwarf. Okay.
Good.
Of course he's a cleric. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short, stocky,
That's
yada yada. Yep.
Yep, so Silas is short. Being a dwarf, he's bronze-skinned with a thick black beard, which he has woven intricately around a wheel-like holy symbol that bears Chantia's what is it? Wheat shaft. It's a shaft of wheat. Is this
No.
is the holy symbol of that.
Cool.
And you know him to be relatively quiet, so he doesn't. So he is helpful without getting in the way of the other people who are more apt to lead in this sort of situation. So you are approaching by going towards the Brushen area.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting there, you can find that shortly into it, it is extraordinarily thick. Not probably great to go through. It's going to slow you down a lot. Right around the outsides, you can get some. Right around the edges of it, though, you can move relatively quickly and maintain some cover. For the halfling, that is going to be slightly more cover.
So you call me short?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
3'9". I'm 7'3".
Let's qualify that. For a halfling, no.
Nice. We're making our way into the town, I think, from from cover to cover.
All right. All right. As you wind your way down around that, you are going to come relatively close to the cathedral, and you can also see a few houses where you are seeing some brigands and kobolds running around and attacking people.
Nothing to see here.
So that
Well,
is
Iskandar, that is a great time for you to show us your battle prowess. I will be here in the back, making sure to hurt them from a distance.
And I will knock an arrow in my short bow.
Yes, yes. The whole sneaking around and stuff.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. All you. We have all of our faith in you right now.
Well, I hope the cleric has faith here.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, yeah,
I will
I'm
not disclose my philosophies with, but yes, well, we are here.
I would
in
like
friendly
to
company.
examine to see if they are militaristically trained, as well as weaknesses in their formation and stuff like that.
okay. Well, you are finding there is no particular formation. They actually seem to be working towards keeping and thriving on the chaos. You can see that there are a number of humans looting anything that they can get their hands on. You see the occasional dragonborn among them, also taking part in the looting. They're also taking prisoners, tying them up, and a lot of times simply leaving them. The kobolds are in rare cases looting, in most cases being goaded into just attacking people and helping keep things hard to organize.
Can I see any spellcasters or ranged fighters among them?
You're seeing some bowmen and some people with crossbows. You have not seen any spellcasters in so far. The house that you guys are near actually has its door thrust open as 5 people come running out. This is relatively close within charging distance. They are being pursued by some kobolds and 2 humans.
All right, I'm going to charge and intercept them with my spear and shield. You said within charging distance?
Yes.
All right,
I say,
I'm going to.
what do you think we should do? And then I look right, and he's gone. He's already charging.
You just hear this big draconic roar erupt from me, as well as me screaming out this growl like, "For his honor, for the glory!"
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
You're leading the front.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, they won't be paying too much attention to us. Out of character. What is it? Brando now? Barker? I'm not quite sure.
No, my name is Azalea Springs. I'm a fine Merlot.
Alias. Okay.
Yeah.
You
can call me the improviser.
Right. Out of character, the sharing. I don't know. We don't share this link. I don't know which link we can share.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't this one. It was like
It's. You know what? It's okay. I'll put it up once it's recorded.
Yeah. It's going to be a shorter one, so it's cool.
Yeah. Let's just play. Okay.
Should we roll initiative?
Azela, right?
All right.
Azela,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I will see which target is the most, and then I will shoot most likely one of my ray of frost. And if you can see any target that would be the most interesting to shoot, I mean, I wouldn't get out of your hiding place right now. I'm gonna be here in the distance, so.
Okay.
So
you
you do your rogue thing. I know that what you do, you're the best at what you do. So.
I appreciate that.
At least in the small area that we grew up in. So.
All right. So are we family, Mulgar?
Out of character? Well, you're friends, not.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'll, pat him on his shoulder, a reassuring pat before I begin moving forward into the town, trying to maintain my stealth. My goal is to.
Are you?
And I say, well, we are the chosen family, so.
Okay.
Not by blood. But,
Are you abandoning Iskandar to the fight he just charged into?
Well, my idea is to try to be stealthy and deceptive enough so that the people who are fighting, the kobolds and the brigands, do not know that I am not one of them, because it looks like there's a mix of people. So I would like to kind of hide among them, and then when they least expect it during the fight, you stab one in the back.
Okay. I was going to say that they are quite surprised by your charging, screaming display there, Iskandar. I'm going to go ahead and give you a surprise round to describe their exact numbers again. There are 4 kobolds. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. There are 5 kobolds. There are 2 humans wearing light armor and wearing armbands, that is to say, that you can tell are similar, but you can also tell that they've purposefully wrapped them up so you can't see if there's an emblem on it.
They're Nazis.
As you are charging forward, the 5th, the kobold most in the back, lifts off the ground in surprise, and you can see that it is in fact a winged kobold. So,
Weird.
fly, my pretties, fly.
Fox, if you don't mind asking me this, there's how many people in front of me?
There are 2 adults, one commoners
2
that are
humans.
or enemies.
I know there's 2 NPCs fleeing. I wanted to know how many enemies were in front of me.
There are a grand total of 7. but 5 of
Okay.
them are.
Would I be able to roughly guess, or at least had seen how many enemies were actually in the town?
Would not be able to tell from the vantage point that you've had so far. It's quite chaotic. And
Okay.
you tell that it's a sizable force attacking. But this far in the outskirts, any of the town's defense would be closer to the keep or closer to the market areas.
All right. As I get within range, I'm going to try and get as many of them within basically range of my breath weapon, and as I get close, I'm going to unleash it. 15-foot cone
Oh, okay.
of fire.
Let's see here.
I have it, the Constitution set, reflex save, sorry.
Would you say that you're going to put them through the fire and the flames?
Oh, they're going to get burned, baby.
Alright, I'm gonna, let's see, by their layout, you could easily get 4 of the kobolds, including the winged kobold.
Alright, as I'm charging, I'm going to use my breath attack. Those 4 kobolds are going to need to make a reflex save of 8 plus 4, that's 12 plus 2, 14.
Okay. Would you like to go and roll your damage up on that?
Oh crap, I forgot to put down how much damage that thing does. I think it's a D6, but I could be wrong. Give me a second real quick, Fox.
Do you mind if we roll using actual, I don't know, there's these physical objects that are actual dice?
That's perfectly fine with me.
Sweet.
I mean, I am, so.
No, that digital world crap.
I'm fine either way.
Oh, cool.
And, elements of the past combining with elements of the future to make something not quite as good as either. That's 2d6 damage on a failed save.
Yeah, 2d6 on field save. So, let me just roll the damage now.
I'm sorry?
Roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Just roll the 2d6.
2... 7.
Oh, okay. Let's see, and then 7. Let me check something real fast here, because I think that is EFGH. This PDF is being wacky.
Right.
There we go. Okay. 2 of them leap to the side, taking some pretty serious burns, but staying to their feet. The winged kobold and the other one closest to him fall to the ground, making little lizardy shrieks as they shrivel up into little kobold bacons.
Mm.
Jerky. Right?
Protect evil, turn into sizzling bacon.
In the confusion, the woman among the commoners, amongst the commoners fleeing, there are 3 children. The smallest one being carried by a man and the other 2 fleeing with him. The woman among them turns and hits one of the kobolds that, as it was trying to leap out of the way of your fire, and it falls to the ground. It falls to the ground, yelping and struggling to move as it moves slower and slower. And I don't know if the rest of you are interested in.
Oh, listen, my attack hasn't finished yet. That was just a bonus action.
Okay.
Bonus action, my ass. By the way, do we have to roll initiative?
If you are going to
It's
take
a
part in
surprise
this
round.
combat, go ahead and roll your initiatives. And
from a distance.
the world looks magical.
You know it.
Oh.
I rolled
That's my initiative, and
from a distance.
Fox, I guess I'm going to
I had
attack
to
the
know that song.
ram into that kobold that was knocked to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, you
With my
wish you were ready to
spear.
see my initiative? That's a 6. And I'm the rogue.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack roll on that, Mitchell.
I think you're rogue and rogue and rogue and rogue and whoa.
You see there? And then now we've come full circle.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Strolling through the town. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
I tried.
I thought Fred Durst was here, though.
You want a backstab?
I'm
We're gonna do some second story work.
Wow, I feel like I've been transported into the 90s.
Yes.
DJ Lethal.
Bring it on! I'm gonna play now some Command and Conquer Red Alert on my 16 megabyte RAM machine, if you don't mind. I'm gonna use my
I'm
mod.
gonna pick this guy's pocket, 'cause I like the gold.
I did it all for the loot. Yeah, the loot. Yeah, the loot.
I did it all for the money. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did.
Anyway, Fox, did I hit?
What'd you get there on your attack roll?
15.
Yes, sir, you did.
Alright, roll damage.
Your strength bonus is pretty high. Yes.
Yeah, 4.
All right. Why don't you? Would you like to go ahead and describe me how you killed that poor little kobold, because he doesn't have enough hit points left to survive your strength bonus alone.
Alright, so after I'm charging and try to line up as many of them as I can in my breath weapon, roar, I just unleash this massive gout of flames into their midst. But 2 of them managed to slightly dodge out the way, though suffering 2nd and 3rd degree burns all over their bodies. One of them goes towards the woman still, but gets surprised when she smacks him with a good right hook. This knocks him for a loop, and as he's dazed, I come through and nail him with my spear through the chest and basically stake him into the side of the building slightly before I remove it and kind of shuck him to the side off my spear.
All right. That is excellent. I'm going to point out that you missed a chance to say "stick around."
Nice.
You didn't, Fox.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give him a Schwarzenegger accent.
Just stick around.
Stick around. Wrong.
Okay, then I will turn to the woman and go, stick with me if you want to live.
That's my birthday cake.
Put the cookie down now. I cannot go full Arnold because it's late here, and if I go full Arnold, it's loud. So the drunker and louder I am, that's when it's like full force.
Yeah.
But actually, my character, I cannot do Arnold because my character is actually intelligent and not some barbarian. So.
Oh, yeah.
My intelligence is 10.
You could say, get to the chopper.
Who is your wizard and what does he do?
Maybe I could still pull it off. I don't know.
Get in the fight, you pansy.
If it has hit points, we can kill it.
Rad.
If you tell me where they are, I'll let this magic missile go.
I lied.
You remember when I said I'd magic missile you last?
I lied.
We attract a special type of viewership.
Wait. You're a funny guy, Lich. That's why we'll kill you last.
Jeez. You're a funny
Damn.
guy, Mitch. I'll
And
destroy
also,
your phylactery last.
and then how about the Lich is also played by Arnie?
Yeah.
Come on, do it now. Kill me. You can't kill me because I'm already dead. Ah.
Boys don't have penises or vaginas because kobolds are asexual.
Are they?
I don't know. I think it's not in the monster manual. I just made that up.
It's just.
Where do the little kobolds come from?
If you're
Interesting fact of this world.
being lizards, they would have a bifurcated hemipenis.
Oh, God.
It's like The
Okay.
Sims where it's like The Sims where they get under the covers and then just a carriage drops down with a kobold in it. That's it.
All right. So it would be the top of a round, and having that been completing the surprise, actually, it's going to be Mitchell's turn again.
Oh wow.
Who's within range of my spear?
Let's see. After that charge, there is one kobold and one of the humans, who is much less surprised at this point, and now readying his weapon to defend himself. You can see the thoughts playing across his eyes as to whether or not he wants a piece of this. It's the look. It's the look you know well.
I'm gonna throw my. Huh?
It's a look you know well.
Is his buddy a little farther away?
Yes.
I'm gonna throw my spear at him to give him a decision.
At the one whom is out of
Slightly
your.
farther away since he can get around me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll on that. That is going to be at a ranged attack roll, so it's going to be dexterity based.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. 21.
21. That is going to hit. So if you'd like to roll up that damage.
Yep. Ooh. Ooh, hey, not bad. Let's see. 9.
Okay. That is going to drop him, and you can, if you would like, describe how he dies.
As I just finished killing the kobold and I see this other guy getting ready, I'm going to see if I can kind of psych him out. But if I flip the spear slightly so it's in a throwing position, rear it back, take a step forward and lunge it, cross at him, and nails the other person in the chest, staking him to the ground. And I'm going to turn to the guy that was trying to figure out whether he should fight or not and say, stick around.
There we go.
There, we got it in. All right.
Can I pull out my longsword too, since I didn't use a movement, or?
Actually, you can draw a weapon as part of an action, so absolutely you can draw that as part of your movement, and you don't have to move.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't going to move anyway. I was just going to withdraw my my sword and get into a ready position.
Okay.
Spartan style.
That is going to make it Mulgar's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a magic armor, and I'm just gonna do like my magic stuff, and then suddenly I just pull up like the gloves of some like ethereal armor on me, and then like it's like I just pull it on as I like do my chanting. And
Okay.
then,
I'm digging your somatic components there, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
There's your character. You got to remember at some point, your character can use the pickup line. Hey, baby, you know my spells require somatic components.
Good
with my hands.
Look at my hands. Okay, I guess that was my action. Or I cannot do 2 spells. Right?
You cannot. That was going to be your action. You do still have a move if you're interested in that.
And the 4 spell slots, I have to do then a long rest, right? That's how it works still.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
you can,
like
however,
8 hours of rest.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. You do, however, have your cantrips, which are again unlimited.
Okay, yeah, I know. No, I'm fine. I got Ray of Frost. I'm fine.
Okay.
Also, I just like so now it says magic armor is 13 plus my dex modifier, which is 2, so I've got right now an AC of 15.
And if I'm not mistaken, that lasts for an hour.
For an hour, which I mean a round is about. Is it still 5
6
seconds
seconds.
around? Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Just tell me if the combat goes up to more than a round, okay? So it's like a shimmering kind of elven, but like a see-through kind of.
Okay.
Like it's made out of parts. So anyway, whatever. You can imagine that. So.
Cool.
That's going to. I'm gonna give the monsters that move. Sorry, Barker, you're quite
My 6 doesn't cut it.
quite a ways down there. That guy actually seems to be made fairly mad by your timely reference and the slaughtering The slaughtering of his buddy.
I hate that movie.
It's like, oh, he's this like, no, the superior version is the city predator. Wait, no, that wasn't in Predator, was it? I'm an idiot.
One,
We're gonna pretend that never happened.
The second one.
The second one was in the city.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
But Arnold wasn't in it.
No, I was just saying I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if the stick around line was in Predator.
That was in the first Predator.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
It's when Dutch or Arnie is like throws his. The guy comes behind him and he throws his fucking monster knife and like this and he says, "Stick around."
Yeah, I knew it was.
around.
I knew it was when they were raiding a little village in like some country that can't stand up to the military
South
might of the
America.
Roman Empire, but
It was very America, fuck yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
It was.
some like it's like Banana Republic basically, but in the
Yeah,
middle of
yeah, some poor little banana republic, and they really should not have to deal with Arnold. I mean, did you see that place? It looked hot as shit. That's bad enough.
like, come on, man. So you have like Jesse Ventura, and you got Arnold, and you got the crazy Native
And you got
American dude with the
I was
knife.
gonna say the giant friggin' Indian guy who like lays open his
the
chest
knife.
just to taunt a guy. Like, hey, you want to know how? Yeah, I want to fight you, so I'm gonna cut the shit out of myself. But
He just
All
cuts
right.
himself. Like he could just fucking rip somebody's heart out. I mean, just like
Okay.
that.
your armor class is what there, Mitchell?
19.
Okay, the cultist swings at you with his scimitar, but it is turned aside by a combination of your defensive movements and your shoulder pads of your armor. And that's going to make it your turn, Mitchell, because the other kobold does not want any part of this and is now running full bore
Isn't it Bunker's turn?
in the other direction. And yes, it is Barker's turn. I think I said, did I say the wrong name a moment ago?
Yes.
What did I say?
You
Mace.
said Mitchell.
My mistake.
I'm just
Sorry.
kidding. It's all good. I would like to think that there's kind of a fight going on, and then maybe perhaps a woodshed on the left that I'm kind of sneaking around, because my goal is still to try to approach with the mentality that if they think that I am one of them, they won't attack me, and then I can get a clear shot at one of the humans. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, easily. He is
Alright.
clearly very interested in the Dragonborn and not looking at you in any way.
Fantastic.
Unless what you mean is one of the humans that were fleeing from the kobolds.
No. Well, we only have 16 minutes. If I'm ever going to go evil, I might as well be now. No, not at all. I would like to kind of sneak around the shed, and I draw my bowstring back, and I release an arrow directly at that human.
All right, give me a roll on that.
Absolutely. I'm going to find that.
And
Sure,
actually, that you're going to have advantage on that test. So.
Thank you. Cool. My first roll is a 23, and my second roll is an 18. So we'll take the 23.
Well, that certainly hits.
Great. And I'm going to take the D6 plus 3 piercing damage. An arrow strikes him for 7 points of damage.
Don't forget your D6 of sneak attack dice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That would be 12.
All right, that is actually, I believe, enough to drop him.
Is it?
Fairly certain.
Cool. Awesome. Well, then the arrow sticks in his jugular
Yes.
a little bit,
Yes,
and,
it is.
and he, right in the middle, he's trying to say some sort of Arnold quote, and I cut him off by sticking it in the throat, and he just falls down.
He's like, "That's my birthday."
Yeah. That's exactly.
No, you know what he says? I need a vacation.
He's like, "Get to this chopper," and he's like waving a scimitar around, and you're like, "Dude, come on."
And somebody asks, "What is this chopper you speak of?"
It's a scimitar.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, it's a chopper. Nice. Nice.
And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stick where I am, and I got a good vantage point. So whoever's next.
Okay. Actually, that is going to go around to Mitchell's turn. As I said, last because that's going to be the top of the round. The Mitchell, the gentleman that was swinging a sword at you, pitches forward against your chest as an arrow comes through his neck from behind.
I do have a shield though, so it's more than likely going to be caught.
Oh, do you?
That. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were a two-hander.
No.
My bad. All right, so it probably bounces off your shield then. That actually is everybody.
I thought there was a kobold fleeing.
The kobold is running full sprint the opposite direction. You could pursue him if you really wanted to.
Can I grab my spear out of that dead guy and chuck it at him to see if it'll hit him, or is he beyond my range?
You're gonna have a slight range penalty, but you can certainly try that.
All right, and I just roll 2d20 and take the lower one since I have disadvantage. Okay. Let me roll.
Do you have disadvantage?
If I go beyond my range, then yeah, I'll have disadvantage on the roll.
Okay. I was just gonna give you a -2.
No, it's disadvantage. Alrighty. 9. And well, it's 9. Because the other one was damn near 20.
Okay, so what's your dexterity and proficiency bonus there?
Yeah.
What's the total?
It was 9.
That's okay. So 9 is the total, not the roll.
9 was the total.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me double check that because I don't think that hits, but I will give that the benefit of a double check. Nope, that one misses, and he disappears around a house. But there's plenty more fighting off ahead. You are now standing within the vicinity of a family of commoners who are rallying themselves and preparing to continue fleeing. They're actually looking to you guys as though they think that you might be able to help them.
Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
No, they're not looking at you. You're heading around the shed.
Oh, just kidding.
We need to get to the chopper!
They do need to get to the chopper.
I move out to the kind of courtyard where everyone is, and I say, "Oh, don't look at me! Don't look at me!"
Yes, you can, be generous later with the, of course, the fee of helping you. But yes, we are glad to help, though.
Okay.
I look to Mulgar and I say, "Did you see that shot? That was a good shot, wasn't it?"
Sorry, it took me. I was collecting my thoughts there for a second.
You have that piece of wood quite well.
When I do see Barker, I will probably bang my sword on my shield in a sign of respect and stuff for a excellent shot.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks. And you too.
Kind of actually steps towards you cautiously at first, but slightly more trustingly afterwards. Like, thank you so much. It's like, you're not brigands, right?
No. We are here to help, of course.
Yeah, no.
You can thank us later.
Yes.
Soldier of the Uruk Empire.
We are here to help the lower folk.
They're running away from them, right?
Yeah.
I say, "Was that your home?"
It's like, yes. Just like, is it safe that way? She points more or less the direction you guys came, where you actually saw encountered nobody.
Out of character, just quick. So freaking Mitchell and everybody killed everything, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Standing there, still, I did mage armor instead of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Whatever.
At least it lasts an hour.
Yeah.
How did?
I'm like,
Man,
like,
yeah.
I thought it lasts longer than an hour.
It might. I just know it lasts at least.
Cautious and shit. I should have just done magic missile. Oh well.
This is when you say, Vox, this is when you say, oh, a lonely kobold just walks into the street.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I was
Freeze the solid
actually,
instantly.
We are here to help. Good wench. You can be. Do we have an inn here? Do you have an inn here?
it's like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's overrun.
I whisper in Mogar's ear, maybe you should ask her what's going on.
Well, that is quite a good idea for a. My good friend here has a good idea. What has happened here?
Just like, I don't know, just all of a sudden, the town was filled with people with swords and spears and kobolds.
Kobolds, eh?
And spears
such-
with kobolds
such
on the
presence.
spears, with spears themselves, so they stab you with a kobold that then stabs you with a littler spear.
And people with
I do,
kobolds.
Say
Curious.
to her,
These
in what
pests-
direction? What is in that direction? And I point to the where the kobold ran, because I'm pretty sure he'd be going to his superiors.
It ran deeper into town.
Yeah,
You
that's why I asked her. Like, I point in that direction. What is that way?
Just if you go far enough, there's the keep. They probably need soldiers.
Hmm.
Alright.
Keep. That
What-
sounds
what-
like money
what-
to me.
What kind of keep do you speak of?
It's like it's where the mayor lives.
Then we should head there. You should get yourself into safety. Good wench.
She's like, is it safe this way? Can we hide in the brush?
Yes, do it now.
Wait, my Iskander. Chill out.
Maybe we should take her with us.
She would be more in danger for where we are going.
Yeah, probably.
I would
It's like,
say.
I have to stay with my children.
Well, I would say
Innocents
that
have no place on the battlefield.
hide in one of the houses that is not, or maybe go into a safe place in the woods, but somewhere where you know it's safe. I don't know where you could go. Possibly go to the next town. We have to go that way and see if there's still more work to be done. So I think right now you should be safe here in some of the houses. I would say hide. And don't let anybody in. Barricade the doors. Yeah.
Are we aware of the surrounding area?
Well, you said you were from this town, right?
Yeah, I would like to be, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the way that she's talking about going goes out into basically open pasture,
Okay.
which is quite vast, and allows you. It would probably allow them to be a needle in a haystack if they wanted to be.
Okay.
If they're not advertising their presence, and as it's relatively the direction you guys came from, so it is probably safe as you encountered no brigands.
Okay. Then I will recommend to her that she kind of run out that way, perhaps, and then she will sooner find a town. I think if she heads south or something.
There should be guards there to protect you from any further attacks.
Yeah, they take your advice and flee the town.
Okay, so
I'm going to
let's.
try and retrieve my spear.
Easily done.
I will then move on. Let's not waste any time here. I'm getting bored, actually. There's some nice excitement, but let's move on. I'm about to fall asleep again. I mean, I know you humans are easily entertained, but we elves.
Well, at least you look very pretty in that mage armor.
Well said, well said. No, it's all good. But
I kind of
get
snort
also
at your
more of the
insult,
ladies.
Flames.
Insult? I was telling him he looked nice.
No, his
And I make like my hair like this, like some anime character, like glitter. I'm just kidding.
Blows in the breeze.
Yeah, basically
You know,
all the
they want-
elves are anime characters in D&D. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Would you like to move from building to building down this road?
Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea.
in urban warfare is the best.
Azazel, why don't you scout forward for us, and we will be right behind you, especially me, and Iskander will be right behind you, and I'll be in the back here checking things.
Don't be such a coward, Mulgar.
Oh, come on. You know he'd do better for us in the back. I mean, he's a wizard. His spells are fire and ice and all from rain.
I don't, sully my hands with blood and dirt as you do, but you do it really well, and you do it well. I'm a master of the arcane. Yes. Let's move on.
More for us.
I'm getting very bored, and this is very repetitive. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, Fox. I'm probably going to be leading the way since I'm probably the only one who's experienced war and stuff in the party.
Okay.
So.
All right. It is not going to take you guys amazingly long to get from where you are to the keep. All the roads in town actually eventually lead there, and the fighting, as I said, is not concentrated. It is scattered and very chaotic. So you can essentially just dash straight there.
Excellent.
In fact, unless you are going out of your way to make trouble, you are going to be able to reach the keep by sprinting from building to building, or even just down the road in short order, without encountering any enemies.
I think the most logical way to go would be to go.
That's fine by me.
To the head of this group, so to speak, like a creature, and cut its head off, and hope it doesn't grow two new ones.
You mean to the invading force?
Yes, I mean.
We just go to the army and cut its head off.
It would be quite entertaining, I would think. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. That's a word that might describe that.
Well, obviously, you might think it would be suicidal, but unless, it would be if you wouldn't have a master of arcane like me with you, so.
The best defense we can have is a bunch of people around us who can, in essence, link our shields.
I love it. I thought you were going to say the best defense we have is a good offense, but it said the best defense we have is a bunch of other people around us.
The best defense is a human shield.
Yeah.
Operation Human Shield.
Oh, shit.
Man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, this human shield happens to have free attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so we're at the keep, right? What do we see? Is there, like...
As you approach the keep, you can see that there is definitely a sally port. It is currently being assailed by a small group of humans. There is fighting all around the keep, but they're the closest. And you can see whom you actually recognize, Azalea, as members of the town guard beating the back. As best as you can tell, Iskandar, it looks to you as though they're trying to flee to the keep to shore up its defenses, and were caught by this group of brigands and are trying to beat them back.
How many brigands exactly do we see?
Exactly, there are 5 of them.
How many
one
take them?
One is well armored, the others are lightly armored.
How about the watch? How many of them are there?
There are 2 of them. Now one, as the more heavily armored spearman in the front takes one of them, or takes a guard down by stabbing him under the chin and up into his head.
I have an idea, Iskander. You do that running forward and smashing things. How about if you find any way to sneak around and try to shoot that mostly armored guy, or maybe take out some of the weaker guys? I will leave that up to you. You're good with the sneaky, stabby, shooty thing, and I will do what I do, is the art of magic, and do more the blunt work, of course. So
I'm kind of tuning Mulgar out, and I'm going to be is this a big space? Because Mulgar, I don't like to listen to his bullshit.
Fox, I ignore the elf.
I have succeeded. I am a pretty.
I stand up to Mulgar and I say, well, at least he's got good heart, right? Yeah, most American elf.
At
At least he's got good heart.
No, the thing was,
But
I'm
anyway,
chaotic good. I don't have to be chaotic nice, so I'm like.
yeah, that isn't in the description. Anyway,
Can we
Fox.
roll initiative?
Fox, is this a large open area, or the spearmen and the other guardsmen in like a slightly enclosed, boxed-in part?
It is going to be completely closed off on one side, completely open on the other, as essentially the guards are trying to get to a sally point or a sally port, so they are going to be in between the wall of the keep and the people attacking them. So you would be approaching from the rear of them, of the people attacking. Also, Barker, just to make sure that you know all of the abilities you have, don't forget, as a Lightfoot halfling, you are capable of hiding behind other members of the party, provided they're one size category or more larger than you.
Which is me.
Okay, you're talking about I'm sorry, you cut out for a little bit. Were you talking about the halfling nimbleness?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
just make sure that you remember that you could, say, hide behind the mage and use that as your point from which to fire your sneak attacks and whatnot. If that was your
Well, the
thing.
mage fires, I shall fire.
Yeah. So yeah, I will hide behind the mage and see how he likes that.
Okay, you guys want to go ahead and roll me up
That
initiatives.
sounded mischievous. Like,
I shall hide behind
he said, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said I am pretty, so.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
little
did.
bit more-
Well, you know,
17.
Well,
I'm probably going to,
elves go both ways.
it's the 21st century here in Faerun. I don't care.
I'm gonna hide behind the mage there.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure elves always lived in the 21st century.
Yeah. It's true.
I like the way your tunic looks. Crawl inside your belly, make a little home there.
was that an initiative roll, Fox?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. You remember how I'm the rogue, right?
Indeed.
And how rogues, historically have pretty reasonable initiatives.
Yeah, what do you got?
That's a 7.
Yay!
Wait. I think the last time I rolled it, I forgot to add my thing.
Dexterity
Initiative plus, I have +2. Oh, is it initiative bonus and dex bonus?
It is
Initiative
your
is your
initiative roll.
Dex.
Oh, okay, it's +2, right? So, 8 + 2, I got 10.
And I got 17.
Yep.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, looks like we're gonna start with Mitchell again. You're approaching from the rear of them. There are essentially more or less two rows of people with men with scimitars, men and women with scimitars, between you and the heavily armored spearmen who just took one of the guards down. They're not super tightly together, but
All right.
also they're turning. I'm sorry. Also, they're turning to see who's charging up behind them.
Yeah, I'm going to be charging and roaring and striking with my spear.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Put
it on a bow.
21.
That's a hit.
Alright, roll damage.
Who is that, Mitchell?
That's my grandmother. I pay rent and stuff like that because she can't afford it. See, 3
cool.
plus 4 is 7 damage.
Okay.
Damn.
You strike him actually pretty tellingly. He does not like that one little bit. That is going to make it your turn, Mulgar.
Yes. Okay. So the guy who has got the biggest armor, does he seem like the leader here?
He definitely at least looks like the best fighter among them.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with a full magic missile. That's 3 1d4 plus 1, I believe, if I'm reading this correctly here. 1d4 plus 1, yes. So 3 magical darts.
Yes.
So, and I don't have to roll it doesn't say, it's like an automatic hit.
Yes, it is an automatic hit.
Yeah. And,
So badass.
okay, I got a 3, 2, and 4. So 3, 2, 4. That's 9, and I'm still plus 3.
That's 12.
That's 12. Okay. So I go then. And now you shall die, you plebeian.
I like that.
It's a Kamehameha. That's not whatever. So three
That's awesome.
purple blazing darts come out like just. And
He is actually going to die.
Wait. They're shaped
you
like
wanna-
skulls. If I'm allowed to do that, just they look like skulls for effect.
I thought you said schools, and I thought you meant like schools, like fish, or like massive elementary education, like building. Sorry.
Yes.
He's a building mage.
Here's okay. Well, what I was going to tell you is that is going to kill him. So if you want to, in the process of describing that spell, describe what it does.
Okay, the skulls, they just skull darts. They fly towards him now, but they fly in a weird arc. The first one, as he like tries to swing, hits his arm and just like rips it off, and he looks and he starts yelling like, "Aah!" And then the two other ones come, and then like one hits him in the stomach, just like it's kind of like again in Predator, it's like just this hole and it's burning, and then the last one comes and it just has this roar, this and his head explodes like in a gushing blood and stuff. That's quite entertaining.
Are you not entertained?
This broadcast made for all children of all ages.
Dungeons and Dragons, a peaceful game of murder and mayhem.
I ripped them to pieces.
Hey, Dungeons and Dragons is a far out game.
Exactly. Is it just a game? Is it?
But it's just a game, right? Is it? Speaking of which, have you guys seen Dark Dungeons yet?
No, I haven't yet. But I've been waiting to finally kill something with a fucking magic missile. Jeez.
There you go.
This game.
There you
Mitchell
go.
is like the freaking barbarian, just tearing through everything, and I'm like, I want to do,
Exactly.
I want to kill something.
I want my magic to make somebody unhappy.
Magic armor is like, well, nobody. Okay, so I have some fancy shining thing and whatever, but anyway, so.
Hey, it's 15% better, 15% better armor. So.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's good.
But I didn't kill anything or hurt anybody.
It's true. It's true. I didn't get to hurt anybody though.
Or
Impressive.
debuffed it. No.
All right. So that is actually going to make it the cleric's turn. Who's going to join you at your side, Iskandar? Because that's the thick of the fight. And then it's going to be
Actually, does he have a shield?
I believe he does. Yes.
I'm probably going to try and order him to lock shields with me. Basically, try and do the phalanx thing.
Yep. Okay, that's a good plan, and he's down with that. He does. He is, however, not having a good day with the mace and misses the cultist he was swinging at. And so it's going to be your turn, Azalea. You're not last this time.
What? Awesome.
Huzzah!
You roll bad for bad guys, just like I do. We roll crappy for bad guys.
And, I had 3 kobolds surprise me by making that deck save last round, so I'm not doing it.
Nice. Okay, touche. I'm not the kind of person. Azalea is not the kind of person that would hide behind a wizard. So Azalea is moving up is there a pathway or is it just a hill?
It is. You are this area that you're on is just a grassy hill.
Awesome. Open
It's
grassy hill.
maintained as well as it can be. They probably just graze goats here or something, so the grass is not too high.
All right. Well, I step on some poop here and there, but other than that, all I'm doing is moving up the hill, kind of at a steady pace, while firing arrow after arrow. And on this round, this is one of my arrows being fired at one of these brigands that is attempting to attack the keep. Oh, that was cocked. Hold on. That was on the book. Okay, so, do I fudge this? Do you fudge it? Come on. Do you want to make it better, Barker? Come on. No, it's an 8.
Aww.
That is not quite enough as the arrow whizzes past a swordswoman who nimbly dips to the side slightly.
Don swordswoman.
And speaking of which, she then turns and takes a swing at you, Mitchell.
It's my kind of girl.
That's gonna actually strike you.
Boom! Sorry, I mean, darn.
For... Wow, 6 damage.
Woohoo!
So, the other cultist near you takes a swing, and his sword is deflected by your expert shieldmanship. One of the ones behind him runs a arc around you, charging towards you, Mulgore.
Okay. So it's not yet my turn yet, right?
Nope, you are going
He's just
to...
charging towards me. Okay.
Yes, and let me see here real quick. He is going to successfully strike you for 3 points of damage. I'm sorry, 2 points of damage. So you lucked out.
He got past 15.
Yep.
Okay. So how much was that? 2?
2 points of damage.
Okay. Well, I have 8 hit points, so I'm like, ugh, uncivilized fighting.
The last one just kind of hangs back and sees how the other two fare. So that is going to come back around to the top of the round, and that is you again, Iskandar.
All right. I believe stuck my spear into the other guy, so I'll probably end up having to draw my sword and attack them with it.
Okay.
The guy that struck me.
Okay. That.
Ooh, shit.
What'd you roll there?
I rolled a 20.
Nice. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, my computer stopped it just in time.
Nice. All right, so your what's the damage die on that? It's an 8 for a longsword, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d8.
If I remember, critical hit is max damage plus a reroll for the damage.
That's the way I'm going to go ahead and do it right now.
Right.
Yes.
I think I was wrong when I did it that last time. I think I just rolled your dice twice. But that's okay.
That's the way I'm going to do it right now because I never got around to double checking that. I was like,
yeah.
I think that's wrong. I think you just roll twice as many dice.
Well, he just got a really good roll, so if you wanted to screw him, you could make him re-roll now.
No, that's good. What's your damage bonus there? It's for your longsword. That's +4, so that is 22 damage. If I'm not mistaken. No, 20.
Let's see, 8, 16, yeah, 20.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and describe how how she dies, because you had an answer for that little stab there, and it's maybe she asked the wrong question.
You have chosen poorly.
Yeah. So I stabbed this guy with my spear, and it gets kind of stuck, so I ended up dropping it, or letting go at least last round, especially whenever his head blew up from Mulgar. And I locked my shield with the cleric to increase my staying ability, basically. But
Yep.
I got cut by this female swordsman. But I drew my longsword, and as she takes another swing at me, I bat it to the side with my shield. And leaving her open, I bring my sword back around and cut her straight across the throat. My face and upper body get sprayed with arterial blood. As she spins slightly, look of shock and horror in her eyes. She didn't even see it coming. Spinning around slowly, even soaking the guy next to us. As her body slowly falls to its knees before tumbling to the side.
We'll have to put a disclaimer on this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you have children, and mothers bring your sons, mothers bring your daughters to this most educational event.
You will know
Splatters
how
my
the
face.
human body works from the inside out.
I lick my sword. Ah.
Ah, my blades were thirsty this day.
The worst
Okay.
is yet to come. But I do also shout out to the soldiers in front of us.
Oh,
Push.
yeah, I forgot about that one. Let me roll him into initiative, and he'll get to go last this round. That's Mulgore.
Okay, so as I was stabbed and it's hurting, I'm like, what boring primitive display? I will show you a magic trick. And then suddenly I pull out a little coin, and then what I do is like, now you see it, and it disappears in a poof of fire, burning hands.
Okay. Let's see. Burning Hands is a dexterity save, I believe,
Yes.
for half.
Burning Hands is it's each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw, and those
Okay.
who fail, they get 3d6 fire damage, and anything that is flammable on them is caught on fire.
Okay.
It's roughly the same as my fire breath.
Wait, and it says on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. So, okay, so either way it hits, but if they save, then they get less damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm going to point out is due to your current orientation, you will catch your party members in that, but you can make if you just circle around them a little bit. I'm sure your character is.
Okay. That's why.
You can do that without drawing an opportunity attack. So.
Oh, great. Okay. I don't want to. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I do the coin trick, right? Because I'm moving around trying to take away his attention. And then as I move and I do this, I move around. And then
you're just like pulling out, you see this coin, I'm going to do a magic trick. And he was just
Yes,
like, oh, cool, I love magicians.
Yeah, and then I says,
Do you do parties? Ah!
I do parties of pain.
Reminds me of the Joker, man.
And like, you know, it disappears in a poof of flames. So
Okay, so what's the saving throw on that?
dex save, it says.
Well, it doesn't matter what it is because that's not going to make it.
Okay.
Let me check your real quick. You should have your saving throw numbers in here somewhere. I can just figure it up real quick. Your intelligence is +3. It's a first level spell, so that would have, or I'm sorry, your first level, so that would have, or first, I'm sorry, that is a first level spell, so that would have been a 14, and that's not even close. That doesn't even beat your intelligence bonus. So, full damage.
Let me roll damage.
How many people did he catch?
Not
Just the one, unfortunately, because the only way he could catch the others is to light you and the cleric up.
okay, it's not as great, but I got a total of 5 damage, so. But he's on fire now, so.
I am
How much
resistant to
damage?
fire damage because I'm a gold
5,
dragon.
totally. So
Nice.
no, it's not that good. I rolled 2 2s and a 1, but it's something. So.
Did you say 5 damage?
Yeah, in total.
Okay. Alright, so that is going to bring it down to the cleric's turn. Cleric is going to whiff again. And that's going to make it... your turn, Azalea.
Okay, and how many people do I see moving up this hill? While I'm moving up the hill, I mean.
You currently see 3 swords people. Yes, there are 2 currently engaged with the cleric and the fighter, and there's 1 directly in melee with the wizard.
Excellent. Well, I'm approaching, so I take my short bow and I kind of swing it around my shoulder while drawing my short sword in one fluid motion, and I move up to the swordsman that is attacking the wizard, and I attempt to shove the sword in the gut of this particular swordsman.
From which direction are you approaching?
Whichever direction. The bottom of the hill.
I mean, how are you oriented? Are you coming up behind them, or?
Yes. No. I'm coming up with. I should be alongside the wizard, so I wouldn't be flanking or anything like that.
All right. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
Ooh, I
That
just figured
is
out what
a
resistance does.
19 plus 5 is 24.
That's a hit. What was that?
I just figured out what my resistance does. It halves his fire damage, so if I make my reflex save and he uses burning hands, I take no damage.
Let's see. What are the damage dice on Burning Hands?
3d6.
3d6. Okay. The way that actually works is it would have it and then have it again.
Oh,
So
okay.
you,
I take 1/4 damage.
yeah, so it brings it down to quarter damage. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, I think if something gives you resistance twice, it gives you immunity, but I'm not positive on that. I have to figure that out because there is a magic item in this that provides fire resistance. So.
Okay.
I mean, you guys don't have it, but it's just for future whatnot, you know.
I did a total amount of 9 damage to the swords person that was attacking the wizard, or fighting with the wizard.
Is currently, you know, flailing and burning, and that is going to be enough to fix his burning problem.
Excellent. Yeah, I run up to him and I'm so short that I cut him across the legs, and he falls down to his knees and drive the sword through his chest.
Okay.
Oh, the guy that was attacking me, right?
Yes.
Right. Sweet. And it says, well done. Much more elegant.
Thanks. I like.
Well, much more elegant. Sorry.
I like to fire myself.
And somewhat entertaining, yes.
I let out a laugh.
That's it.
Okay.
I say forward to the keep, but people probably can't hear me because I'm short.
Forward to the keep.
Forward to the keep.
Forward to the keep, Papa Smurf.
Somebody get that child off the battlefield.
You're not that small. Come on.
No, I'm just now going to imagine that your character sounds like those bounty hunters from Suburban Commando.
Never seen it.
You're a dead man, Ramsey.
Oh, those are great.
Uh,
Hulk Hogan is a space alien.
Yeah. There's like these huge buff guys, and they're chasing him through the whole movie, but they never say anything. And then at the end, like towards the end, he kills one of them, and the other one looks down, and he just looks up with this like hurt and rage on his face, points at him, and says, "You're a dead man, Ramsey," but it's the sound of like a 5-year-old girl.
This is how I
Hogan,
know.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan's just like, so that's why you never talk.
This is how I know I'm going to love that movie, is because it got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
1 star.
I know.
That's how I know I like it.
Okay, so Swordsman is going to take a swing at you and miss Mitchell. The other Swordsman is going to swing at the Cleric and also miss. Not looking great. And that Guard is going to stab one of those guys in the back, taking advantage of them turning their attention to you guys. That brings it back around to your turn, Iskandar.
Let's get this big mother hubber on the way. Anyway, how many guys do I have in front of me?
Currently 2.
Alright, let's strike one when they're probably directly in front. Ooh, that's probably not going to hit. Let's see, 6, 4, that's 10 total.
That is going to be a miss.
Alright.
Alright, let me see. That brings it to the mage, I believe. Yes.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready your spells, wizard.
Yes. Anyway, who's the closest enemy that I can see? Because I wanted to attack now the guy, but since Aziel has finished him off, I want to focus my attention elsewhere.
I like that pronunciation better. It makes you sound like the cat from Smurfs.
Azrael.
All right. So, the closest one would be the one that is currently directly fighting Iskandar.
Okay. Then I will do a. Well, might as well go out full, and I will do a magic missile on his ass. Yep. And okay. And again, I will go. And now you will die. This time it's 3 daggers.
That's straight draconic.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I said it in Elven to sound more pretentious, but anyway.
Elastoruko die.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
I'm like, And this time they're daggers. They're like energy daggers, just like. Oh, better yet, I didn't do this. I instead just focused. I did my incantations, and suddenly I just pull out the daggers and throw them, and they're like the energy daggers.
Nice.
There we go. It's the same spell, but because I'm easily bored, so I have to variate the spell. It's the same effect, but okay. So 4, 2, 4. So that's 8, 10, and 3 is 13 damage.
Wow. So that is enough to slay that one easily.
Okay, one of the daggers goes around and hits him in the back, and he's like, and then the other one goes up into this where he was about to swing into his hand, and it's like just goes through, and the sword plumps out of his hand, and then the third dagger just flies down and goes up his head, and like the blade goes up, and you can see it through his mouth glowing in his eyes, and the blood comes out, and like he falls down.
I'm gonna need to kill somebody like that soon.
Iskandar, the man you were fighting, just turned into a Cradle of Filth video.
Is this just a quick question? Is this a Quentin Tarantino movie, D&D game?
Yeah, kind of.
I think it's
It's not Michael Bay, then I'd be shooting off flames every turn.
Because you can just say I make magic missile and he dies.
Yeah, no, I love it. I
much
like
prefer
that.
this. I much prefer you like kill people like Takashi Miike.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I always like the idea that you could modify at least the look and the feel of a spell. It would be still the same effect because there's no cheating. It just looks differently.
Yeah.
Because magic missile, it's so generic. It could be like a missile. It's an energy. It's non-elemental. Yeah. Anyway.
Man. Just be glad your cleric's got healing spells, because there's another miss. Let's see. And Mitchell, I'm going to give you a free hit against this swordsman who just took a swing at your cleric, because his sword was deflected by a shield in such a way that, how, has anybody ever been holding something solid, and then you hit something else solid, and then you realize, that all the force of that hit just went into your wrist?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's pretty.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what this guy
well,
did.
it's only 2 people, but we're basically forming the phalanx, so it's a superior shield technique.
Yep. So this is what I'm going to describe. He winds up really wide and swings, very obviously. So Silas just steps forward and rocks his shield right into the guy's knuckles, causing the sword to bounce back and hit him in the face, staggering him. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a free attack there.
All right. Woohoo! It's 18 unmodified.
Easily hit.
D8, don't fail me now. 3 plus 4, 7.
7?
Yeah.
Alright. You strike him as you choose to strike him, and then it actually... Okay, so alright, so you can describe how you are striking this enemy?
Alright, it doesn't kill him or anything?
It does not.
Alright, so brings it down, strikes his shield as we basically brace and block, and the cleric forces it back, causing it to rattle and come up at him. Gives me a perfect shot at his torso, and I disengage my shield from his, bring up my sword in a upwards diagonal slash right across the chest, splaying it open. His armor very not able to resist nearly as much as he had probably hoped. but still alive, even though he just staggered back.
Okay.
But I can see intestines and I can see ribs.
Okay. And as he staggers back from your blow, the remaining guard's sword comes through his chest, exiting the fresh new mouth you just opened on his chest and stomach.
Ugh.
And he is allowed to fall to the ground quite dead.
Yeah.
At which point, that guard immediately begins beating on the sally port and yelling to be allowed in, which momentarily it opens, allowing him in, and he turns motioning for the rest of you.
I think we could continue.
I'm going to grab my spear and follow through as well as try and get these other guys to follow me.
I leisurely walk in. This could be interesting. This was somewhat entertaining.
I pull the short sword out of the chest of the last guard I killed, and I kind of maintain a guard stance as I around Mulgar, maybe semi-protecting my friend as we enter through the sally port.
Okay. All right, you guys.
I need to look up what a sally port is, actually.
And actually, I was going to bring that up. Is a sally port the small, usually portcullis covered hole in a fort, or is it the if there's the entrance to a fort, is it the second entrance that's like off to the side?
The sally port is usually off to the side near a main entrance, and it's usually used to attempt to allow an escape or a counterattack.
Okay, cool. So if someone's at the gate, you can run out the sally port and flank them.
Yes.
Theoretically, cool.
I didn't even know that. Cool.
It's a girl. Her name is Sally Port, and she's been calling us over, being fought over the whole time.
It's actually what it is it's a port. You guys just came from the Sally Fields. If any of us are old enough to remember Sally Fields.
Not old enough.
I remember Sally
Fields. I know who Sally Fields is.
So we just went through Sally's fields and now we're going into her port?
Sally's port.
Oh, come on. That was funny, guys. Oh, okay.
I was laughing.
I thought it was good.
I liked that. Yeah.
I was laughing. Sally's
she's like in
cool.
a ton of movies. Not now anymore, but still.
No, and I am going to be classy enough not to make a joke about the grass on the field.
But you pointed it out, which is almost just as bad.
All right. Now, okay, so the three of you rush in, except for the elf who is strolling leisurely. One of the guards who opened the door exclaims, "Pick up your feet, elf! We don't have 100 years for you to weave a tapestry."
Oh, you watched the way you talked to him. Did you see what he just did to your enemies?
Yes, I just supported you, plebeian.
We're in a war zone. Get in here.
I do shout out,
close the door.
before the arrows fly.
These primitives, fuck. Fine. I pick up the pace, and I'm just like, these primitives.
What would you
Just
rather
because your
have? Being in the
lifespan
open,
is-
or would you rather have the walls in front of them?
Yes, I get it. Dragonborn, war, and all this stuff. But you're so limited-minded.
You sound like my father.
Yes.
Yes, I get it.
I've had in mind to smack you with the shaft of my spear.
I have helped you, my good friend. So.
I make sure my short sword is unsheathed.
And I'm like.
I bet we could be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I never questioned your ability in fighting.
What is
Dragonborn. I'm just saying that these races that are so short in lifespan, they don't appreciate simply taking your time. And yes, anyway.
He's like that all the time. It's okay. He's a good guy.
He is kind of standing there looking at you incredulously.
Hold on. I need to look up incredulously.
Well, I'll just describe his face as having one of those wonderful...
Ooh.
Are you for real?
Would you like to discuss the matter of reality? But I don't think you would be able to discuss such a deep philosophical.
I do approach the soldier and say, "What's the civ rep?"
And I too actually look out the Sally Port and out the entrance to the keep and see if there are, I don't know, enemies.
Yeah, you can see that there are enemies.
Are they...
There are some trying to get into the main gate. It's not going amazingly well for them.
I'm gonna talk smack to him at the gate. Oh, look at who's behind the gate. I want to get into the keep.
And I look out and I said, and I just stand there like kind of like And I'm just looking. I take out my bottle of elven wine that I've kept in a nice crystalline glass. It's kind of weird how I could keep this in my bag.
Fox, the gate is closed, correct?
Yes.
I start pouring.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
I start pouring it in slowly, and I am enjoying it. And I'm like, well, now that is some entertainment.
I like my bottle. I like my battles with a nice Chianti.
No, is that Endergreen Reserve?
All right, Iskandar.
Yes. This is. Oh, I see you have some taste for a human. Very good. Very good. Not only do you have entertaining ways of finishing off your opponents, you can also recognize a good, fine wine. So I must ask, dear guard sir, who is the enemy that you are fighting? Who is
actually Mitch had just engaged him in conversation. That was
okay.
First, so I was going to respond to him with just like the soldier looks away from the elf, seeming to come back to the situation. He's like, I don't know. Just out of nowhere, the town is just filled with bandits and kobolds and these awful lizard monsters. And dragon folk. It's like
I do kind of snort and disgust at the possibility of kobolds even being remotely related to me.
Okay. It's like are you soldiers? Aren't you that little guy we keep having to arrest for shoplifting and pickpocketing and
Soliciting women?
And he's just kind of looking and pointing at Azalea, and he's like, that doesn't.
No, my name is Billy Bo Bob McStabbit.
But, oh no, I don't know who you have me confused with. Sir. My name is Billy Bo Bob McStabbit. I'm from Waterdeep, I am.
No.
Well, I take out my.
Well, either way, we have helped you and assisted you.
I show the soldier in front of me my captain's insignia from for the Uruk Empire, as well as the symbol of shield.
Uruk? The Uruk?
Here, I'll put it in chat.
Okay. If it's URUK, we're gonna have words.
Oh shit.
Oh! It's got to be a white hand.
Yes.
Well, I don't think they went that directly derivative off of Tolkien. So
they have.
No.
I do know. Don't they have like something the half ogre, half orc that is kind of like the Urukai?
Kind of.
Uruk isn't originally the name. Well, it didn't start as the name of the orc. Uruk was the name of the country or the world as it used to be whenever Babylon was.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm just speaking specifically Forgotten Realms. I think there's at least two kinds of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what you're. I'm trying to remember.
There is the Augrillion. The Augrillion.
Oh yeah.
There's that, and there's another one because I have made an NPC that I wanted to make an Urukai.
Orog.
Yeah.
The Orog.
The Orog, yes, the Orog.
That's actually I've seen a player character of one of those.
I made an NPC.
Crazy level adjusted bastards.
And he was like a rogue kind of pimp looking guy or something like that. But He was actually a good guy, so. But I wanted to have somebody who would be physically
Captain
imposing,
of the Kuru.
but had fine clothing, so to speak.
All right. It's like if you're, and he's like, these gentlemen are here with you. It's like part of your team.
They are.
I am not a part of anyone's team.
No, we're a part of his team. Don't listen to Mulgar. Mulgar, it's okay. We're a part of his team.
I am only on Team Mulgar.
We are befriended with each other.
Yes.
And we are a loose conglomerate at best.
I do point to.
I go here because I find much entertainment when I go with these two gentlemen here.
That's probably true.
It's like, well, you guys should go talk to Governor Nighthill.
Now that is a person that of importance and probably much entertainment. We should.
I'm sorry. Last time I saw the governor, he kicked me out of this town. I'm not sure he wants to see me.
Well, okay. I go behind to a corner and I start talking to Azalea. But listen, Azalea. I remember you said something about this way back. I think now this is a good chance you have made amends.
I do hand Azalea my shield and be like, here, you can hide behind this.
I can hide behind.
You could, if you want, wait here, if you wish. But you could also say, well, you've came to make amends, and you have also helped, actively. But you could also wait here. It's either up to you. Of course, I say that very quietly, out of character, so our guard doesn't hear that.
Well, I've never been one to hide behind bushes or hide from my fate, and everybody here can tell that I'm lying. So yes, I will face Governor Nighthill. Yep, Nighthill. It's like Night Shadow, Night Fawn, Nighthill.
Darkthorn.
Yeah, Darkthorn. I will face him face to face, and let's do this.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I could use some rest and some fine entertainment. Hopefully this town is civilized enough for my tastes. Let's go. Yes.
And before we head in, I look back to the gate and the enemies on the other side, and I go, yeah! One more time.
I love the accent. It's great.
Thanks.
It's
like, as we're going, I would like to study the defenses to see if there's any weaknesses in the perimeter or anything like that.
The keep looks like it's pretty solid. Their ground force, as I said, is disorganized. They have no siege machines, and this is a pretty solid structure. So they've pretty much, their bet is man-driven battering rams, trying to get through the front gate or a sally port, which are now closed and bolted, or to climb the walls. And with the number of archers they have atop the walls, none of the brigands seem willing to do that. So your expert opinion is they are looting, not. They are just looting. This is not conquest.
So basically, just a smash burn.
Sorry?
So it's basically just a snatch and burn. They came, they sent the guys to reinforce the keep while they sacked the city.
Yep, they definitely are keeping the guards in the keep busy. They're also, you can see that occasionally, you're going to be able to see that occasionally there are townsfolk that are coming up, and they are letting them inside the keep through different ports at different times. So they're just trying to essentially, send soldiers out to run distractions to try to open those up.
All right, let's go see Nighthill then.
Okay,
I'm already on my way, so.
All right, you guys make your way through the keep to a high parapet where the governor is currently pacing back and forth, watching or looking over the town.
I stay back and kind of just.
And I said, "Well, Governor, well met, well met. My name is Mulgar Blackthorn, and these are my fellow friends who have accompanied me for adventure and entertainment and the sorts. We have seen that your town is in trouble. might you know anything about the invaders that you see? And I say that as I have my goblet in my hand, swiveling the wine lazily.
It's like, well, that depends. Are you offering adventure or entertainment? Because I definitely don't need the latter.
Definitely
I
not
see,
entertainment.
you are a sharp-minded person. Well,
Some of
Unless
us
your
think.
entertainment is the death of your enemies.
yes. I see we have all different philosophies here about these things. What I meant is I have a different definition of entertainment. I'm saying we are here to possibly offer our services for of course, a good price, but we are also here to dispense what you would call justice and such things. It would be interesting to know who our enemy is here, and if we could be of any service, or certain, a well-earned reward, of course.
I do kind of turn to Barker. Dang it, Azazel, right?
Azalea.
Azalea. And I
Azalea.
do kind of whisper to him. I hate it when he talks like a politician.
Oh, didn't you ever like him?
No, but when he's quiet, it does sound a lot better.
I'm concealing my face, kind of like, oh, yep.
I do
What
kind of
you
move
said.
my shield so it's mostly constructing Azalea's body.
I do not fight him off. I will absolutely hide behind the shield.
It's like, well, if the lot of you are willing to lend your assistance, it's like there's a few things that concern me. Like first of all, I'd give anything to know what we're actually up against here, and for that we would need prisoners, a commander or even a low-ranking one if you can bring them. Such a thing. Also, I'm worried about that, and he points off towards the south part of town.
Yes.
It's like if you look, or if you know where to look, just past that, or just past the river, there's our mill. It's like there's a disturbing amount of smoke.
I might have some idea, of course. I am knowledge in the many sciences. Would I, out of character, could I make a guess what he's wants to say? Because I have an idea.
Well, you are a very smart person. You heard them say the word mill singular, which would indicate that for the entire town they have one grain refining facility.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And if somebody is, say, setting it on fire or sacking it, that could be pretty crippling for the town.
I can see that would be a horrible loss, since yes, they would set that on fire. We could assist you in stopping them from doing so. I am, as you know, a master of the arcane, and these fine gentlemen here are masters at whatever they are good at, and so, which is usually, adventurous stuff. But yes, what kind of reward could you offer us, other than the satisfaction that we have helped the good citizens of the city? Of course.
It's like I make a restitution. If you can get there and stop them from destroying it, if that is what's in fact happening, that's all of our store grains, our grain stores. Like, it'll take months for us to refill them. Okay. Like, and if they actually destroy that mill, it'll be months before we can start restoring the grain. Or our flour stores, that is. Not grain, flour stores.
It seems as if it's in our best interest to save the mill. Sadly, we don't want to starve, Mogar.
Obviously, yes. Okay, well, we can discuss different reward other than, of course, the glory and the admiration of the people later. I think it would be... quite of an advantageous thing. And as you can see, the governor is, of course, of a highborn class and intelligence. So yes, this should be our first task. And, yeah, I would say I would require some rest so I could regain my spells, and then we could be off after me.
Yeah.
It would only require about
Yes,
8
okay.
hours. I hope that would be still in time.
It's like, in 8 hours, I'm pretty sure that the town will be burned to the ground.
Okay, out of character. Well, I know that. That's why I'm like almost like I wish this would be an Eladrin, because I know they have like a super like meditative state where they can rest. 'Cause
Elves, I believe, can declare a long rest in 4 hours, but I mean, it's the middle of a pitched battle.
Okay.
So that's not exactly going to wait around for you.
Okay, I have my cantrips still, so I'll have to rely on them, I guess. So I burned all the great stuff, but I have to live with that. And I hope. Okay.
I actually believe I let you get away with casting one more spell than you had.
I can make do with my cantrips. I'll do as good as I can. Don't need to give me extra thing, but okay. Then, well, obviously, then if their haste must be due, then we must do.
And he's like, yes.
Yep.
He's
So
like, if
I finished my wine and I put my goblet back, and then, well, then let's not waste too much time. And yes, sirs, thank you, Governor, and we will be back with your mill saved.
Where is
And
the
I,
mill?
and I bow down in a very elegant, aristocratic way. And
Oh, I do the same behind Mulgar. I bow down.
it's good. Some people have.
I guess I salute, similar to basically a soldier, slamming my right arm over my heart.
he dips his head towards you, and he says, and don't think I haven't noticed you back there, half-man. You're lucky I've got way more important things to deal with. Like, so just keep your nose clean.
Okay, my nose will be clean.
I will vouch for him, and I will watch out so he doesn't do any nefarious deeds.
Oh, come on, really?
He won't, because he is a man of great honor, as I have known him. Anything in the past is in
Sorry,
the past.
yes.
And he's like, well, now I know the elf is a liar.
No,
Wait,
no,
can I roll for that? Can I roll for that? Come
No,
on.
I'm not really gonna. That's not a, I'll withdraw that one.
There is no
So-
rule high
No,
enough.
I like that. No, it's fine.
Just like, well, it's like, well, I know the elf's a liar. It doesn't matter. Just if you can save the mill, it would be a great service to us. And if you steal from the town right now, it would be like a halfling wearing mouthwash. Nobody would be able to tell.
Well, I surely don't steal. And-
Get it? Because they're very low to the ground.
Oh, right.
that joke went over my head. Well, no, not quite.
Oh. Okay, so I'm like,
Okay.
I pack away everything and I start walking quickly out towards the exit again.
Before we leave, I'm going to ask the cleric if he can heal me. I'm almost at half health.
Sure thing.
And I
Yeah,
say,
yes, of course.
I would assist on some healing to myself, good cleric, if that would be of possible.
I'm good. I'm good at not getting hit.
He's like,
Sorry, no offense.
He's like,
Yes,
I can.
That's one of your talents.
He's like, it would probably behoove us to do so. He's like, but do know that it'll probably be the extent of my power for the day.
I see, good dwarf, sir.
Alright. Let's see. Let me check your cleric's whiz score. Real quick. Where did I put that? It's way up here. Are they in alphabetical order? Ah, no wonder I'm confused. Okay, because I don't know how to read. Let's see. Life domain, yes. Alright, so that's going to be, oh wow, nice. For the fighter, that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, wow. Does
And
that actually
for,
transfer to temporary hit points as well?
unfortunately, it does not. It just restores you up to your maximum. And that for the mage is going for the wizard, that will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That's a ton of
So
health.
that actually no, I'm sorry. That's going to be 3 points less for each of those, but I'm pretty sure that's going to top you both off anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So, fun fact. I don't know if anybody else has played around with the clerics yet. Clerics get to add their wisdom bonus to their cure wounds now.
Clerics.
That is cool.
Actually, anybody who can cast cure wounds gets to add their wisdom bonus or their relevant attribute.
So would that mean I'm back to my 8 hit points?
Believe so, because that was 6 on the die. So yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say so. All right. You guys would be totally healed up, ready to go. All your wounds gone. It is 500. It is about 500 feet to the southeast of the mill.
By the way, I must say that I'm still fine with the cantrips, and I do like that the game gives you the cantrips are really good actually. So
Yeah.
you have some crap to fall back to. Now I'm not saying this is like earth-shattering, but it's something, you know.
But it's in the old games,
Yeah,
at least now you have some damage you can cause.
In the old D&D, once your spells are gone.
All right, I'm going to the back, guys. Good luck to you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Fox,
That was
I
my
have
spell. Bye.
Excuse me. Okay, guys, that's my second magic missile for the day. So I'm just gonna be in the bag of holding with the snorkel.
I'm gonna play cards with them,
Hey, Fox, do I have enough time for a 1 hour break?
You can take a 1 hour break if you want, but it will affect time-sensitive things that are happening.
I actually, out of character, it's 7 o'clock where I am. I'm wondering if everybody is okay with continuing to play. If no hard feelings for me, of course, if people got to go, because we are over our time that we originally played.
I'm
Okay.
fine
We
with
started
going.
like
Fox,
3
Mitchell.
I
I'm good.
was gonna say, if you guys would like me to go ahead and wrap up, because if you said you have to get out of here, if I understood that correctly, Barker.
Oh no, I don't have to get out of here. I just didn't know if
okay.
anyone
Saying
else
just
did.
if we want to just keep going.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm good too.
I'm having a great time right now. I love playing the really stereotypical, full of himself elf. So
Also, I was gonna
full of
say.
him elf. There we go. Full of.
Well, instead of taking a full-on break, can I walk instead more slowly towards the the grain mill on the way? If that'll take close to an hour, or
No, it won't take anywhere close to that. But I just say it's like I said, they're attacking the mill right now. That event is pretty time sensitive. So
Mitchell,
go now.
the thing is, we have to go now. I cannot rest. I don't have any of my spell slots. I'm only working on cantrips, so we got our sacrifice.
I know
right now.
hour rest would have given me my fire breath back.
My character might be an asshole, but he's still chaotic good. It's like, I'm kind of a douche, but I'm still a good guy in the end.
I like the description: chaotic good, not chaotic nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go.
What was Okay. All right.
But yeah,
so,
I can fight without it.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to get there in time to make a difference, you will have to kind of hustle. So you won't have time for a rest.
Yep.
For the hell of it, I posted something in the chat, but.
Let me see here.
All right.
Say listening.
Hate that stupid fairy.
Yeah.
It always reminded me of Green Lantern. Green Arrow. Green Arrow.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So the mill is west, you said?
East.
East.
I believe if I'm orienting my directions correctly, and sometimes I swap them. I'm pretty sure that's east. what I was trying to get in there earlier is I can also, if you guys are if you guys want to, I can run this anytime a player that isn't me can't make it.
I like that. I had a fun time so far playing this, and I would like to continue this if possible. So.
Okay.
Same.
All right. So if you quickly sneak out, they can let you guys out at the same time they're letting some harried town folks in. And you actually are going to be able to make it to the mill without being attacked unless you're looking for trouble along the way.
I'm certainly not looking for trouble.
I'm going to say, given the time sensitive.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
What is going on back there?
I don't know. It's like
Bumping and grinding.
uh,
All right, you guys quickly approach the mill. Sorry, I'm trying not to slow down my descriptions and whatnot. There we go.
I think Barker might be he's switching the earphones. Okay, good.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, yes. Let's go then. I'm fine. So we can see the mill?
Yes, you can. It is has a great deal of smoke raising up around it. You can see a number of raiders and kobolds with torches setting fires around it. It looks as though they're attempting to burn it out, and I will call for wisdom tests
Okay.
from everybody involved.
Yeah. Okay, wisdom. I have a 12, so I've got a +1.
Yes, sir.
So I rolled a 15 plus 1, 16.
I have a 17.
You also can, if you have the insight skill, you can apply your proficiency bonus. If you have the performance skill,
I have the insight skill. That's +3. So I had a 16. So
Okay.
so 19.
Okay.
And I have performance, but well.
I was going to say, alternately, if you have the performance skill, you can use charisma instead.
No, I'm
For
using the other
performance?
one because the.
Very strange. Okay, I'm 25. Then
25?
instead of 17.
Straight wisdom.
I
do
had
performance.
I had 19 with the insight. Performance they suck at. I'm -1, so.
It was
Barker,
straight wisdom.
that is. What do you got there?
Psych, I did the math wrong.
I was going to say, I think that may be impossible.
It's actually a 22, my bad.
Is
I
that
I got a 19.
is-
Wait, I'll post it here.
Well, hold on. You said I could do I rolled a 17
okay?
plus my performance bonus is +5 because that is +2 my proficiency bonus plus my charisma bonus for performance.
Okay. Yes, that is correct. All right.
Okay.
So, Mulgore and Azalea. Let me get to you in just a second. Iskador, you see them preparing to burn this down, probably to cripple the town. You've seen such tactics from raiders before. It makes it harder for people to mobilize, a force to track raiders down after they leave. Azalea and Mulgore. Azalea, you notice something unusual, and that is none of the fires they're setting seem to actually be on the mill itself. And the ones that are setting, holding torches to the thatching seem to just be tapping the thatching, never leaving it there long enough for it to catch. Which, in your experience, looks like play acting. It looks like the kind of thing somebody would do when putting on a play to create the illusion that they're trying to set something on fire when in fact they're not. And Mulgore, it's your opinion. It is your opinion that they're not actually trying to set anything on fire. You're actually noticing several of them, or several of the kobolds tittering and laughing at each other. And again, failing to set any of the fires actually to the mill itself. There's letting them around them. Some of them are, in fact, laying blankets over the fires, creating smoke. But to the two of you, this looks like a trick.
Gentlemen, I'm smelling a diversion. You guys, what do you think?
This is a diversion. They're not burning it. They're just pretending to burn it. But I don't quite understand why. Can I do an intelligence check for that, just to see why they would want to do it?
Well, you can speculate
Well, I will speculate.
without a test.
Well, okay.
Because anything I could tell you from a test would just be speculation.
Okay, well then I'll do a speculation test.
Well, I know I'm saying that if it would be the same thing. So
Okay.
you are actually free
Well, okay.
to come up with any ideas that you have.
I'm thinking there's some kind of diversion something is doing, but I don't know if it's worth it dealing with them. Right.
There might be an attack somewhere else, and they're just trying to draw us out. I don't know why else they would draw us out, but
Okay, we need to capture somebody here who can give us answers.
either way, that's true. But either way, let's consider this is the mill. If this goes down, we're all starving to death.
I say let's take them out anyway, just in case. If this is a distraction, I don't know for what right now.
Fox, can I do a wisdom check, or whichever check you want it to be, to see if this may be a trap or something?
Well, we know already it is a trap. It is some. It is.
Well, you said diversion.
It's a diversion. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If the thought that it might be a trap or an ambush has occurred to you, you absolutely can come to that conclusion.
Is there any advantageous positioning around here, or is the mill in an open area? Are we like in the edge of a wood or something like that?
The mill is immediate. It's set directly on the river, so that the wheel can, the water will turn the wheel. Other than that, it is in a wide open field with a small road leading up to it.
Can I, as Azalea,
I'm sorry.
can Azalea make a perception check to see if he sees anything? I don't know, anything else? Any ambushes around?
Sure.
That is a 12 plus my wisdom perception, which is nothing. That is a total of 12.
Okay. Really? You don't have perception?
Well, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm looking at. Yep, I'm looking at the right one. I have deception.
I'll do a perception check because I probably would.
Anybody who wants to can, but now let me just point out a rogue without the perception skill.
Yeah, no.
I'm here all week.
Man, I love free chins.
I got 15.
Yeah. What the shit?
I got 15.
I move. I look around to see what if there is any kind of movement from another direction coming. I will use a perception if I have that.
That 15 for your perception there, Mitchell?
Yeah.
I have +3 for perception. So I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 19 +3. I'm looking for some kind of trap or something out of the ordinary, something that's sticking out.
Are you from this town, or is that just?
Let's say I'm not. No, I come from an elven settlement.
You guys don't see anything else out of the ordinary. Other than a bunch of kobolds and a couple of raiders pretending they're setting fire to a mill. All in all, on the outs, what you're seeing is 3 kobolds and 2 raiders.
Okay, I'm sick. I'm getting really bored of this farce. Let's take them out just in case. Or
Let's do it.
give us
Yeah, I'm
some
about to
entertainment.
charge in myself.
There we go. There we
I
go.
knock an arrow in my bow.
I do initiative order, so I roll a 5, of course.
All right,
Which
I'm gonna charge
I have
because
+2, so
I-
that's a 7.
I'm gonna try and save the mill. What's going on?
I will. Are we rolling initiative now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
He'll
cool.
at least give us something to go in.
Oh, that's a 20. Ooh.
Fancy.
Well, hey, it looks like the rogue goes first.
A total of
Yeah.
23.
And you guys have not been noticed yet.
Okay.
Ooh, we get surprise round and advantage.
I'm gonna find some tall grass or medium height grass and just kind of like sneak through it.
Yes. Also, to let you guys, there is a fair amount of light because of the fires, but the sun has set at this point. You guys were arriving around 9, and the sun at this point the sun has dipped below the horizon, so it is quite dark. But this area is well lit thanks to the fires and the torches.
Excellent. How far away would be my first kill? I mean, the first person I want to shoot at.
Depends on how close you approach.
I have 25 feet of movement. I would like to move as close as I can to get a shot off and kind of act as a ranged support for now before I charge in with my crowbar.
Well, they would be within your primary range category, so.
Okay, cool. So I draw my arrow back, and I just take a deep breath, and I say, "All right, let's go," and I release the arrow.
I like how you were like all yes, and a drawback. All right, let's go. It's just...
Do I
righty
need
then.
to? I did a total of 17. Do I need to tell you who I'm aiming at?
You'll let me know if you are aiming at a kobold or at a human.
The kobolds.
One is a dragonborn.
I'm gonna go for the human. I'm gonna leave the dragonborn to the dragonborn.
Okay.
And that is 17.
That is a hit. And, you do not forget that this is a surprise, so you have advantage.
Oh, cool. That's a 17 again. Well, it's 17 plus actually 3, so 20.
Well, you know you hit. It's just in case you got a nat or you got a crit or something.
Yeah, totally. So for the stealth, since it's a surprise round, and it's a sneak attack, I have a sneak attack skill or ability, excuse me. So I have advantage, and I deal the extra d6 damage.
Yes.
So my total damage is 13.
Okay. That's actually going to drop him.
Okay, can I describe what happens?
Absolutely.
Wilhelm scream.
Nice.
Not
Wanna
allowed
pull
to
up my
describe.
phone?
Yeah, that's it.
Wilhelm
next?
scream. I love it.
You're now not allowed to describe them anymore.
Wilhelm scream.
Oh!
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw out that one. Yeah, that. I can't remember the name of the movie that originally appeared in, but the the clip's original designator was man being eaten alive by crocodile.
Yes, it was. And the movie, actually, I have to double check also.
Journey on the Nile, I want to say.
It was
Something like that. The second movie was Star Wars Episode 4.
Yeah.
And that's what made it popular.
Yeah.
But it's also, for those Game of Thrones fans, it's also in Game of Thrones after the battle between Ned Stark's son and the Lannisters or something. The Wilhelm scream starts playing, and then you hear a stabbing sound, and it just stops.
Nice.
It's like, rap! Done.
There's if you watch Ninja the Mission Force, it's literally every damn kill. Every
What's
single
that movie called? I
time
have to watch it now.
Ninja the Mission Force. It's a web series.
It's a parody on a lot of shitty ninja movies. That there was this guy called Godfrey Ho.
Yeah, I was gonna say Godfrey Ho, like American Ninja series.
No. He didn't do American Ninja.
He didn't
That
do
was a
American.
different guy.
Yeah.
No. American Ninja was the good ninja.
Yeah, that's
movie.
true. That was the actual high budget one.
I like Surfer Ninjas.
No, he had the guy Godfrey Ho. He had shitty leftover kung fu movies, and then when ninjas became popular,
He filmed half a movie and then spliced them together with
white ninja dudes. Like actually, the white ninja dudes, they did the whole acting, but then they just put on the mask, and it was obviously stunt guys who did the actual ninja action, which was actually pretty cool for shitty, but kind of a shitty cool.
And then half of the movie would be like some kung fu movie or some yakuza movie or some triad movie from China
that is half finished. Yeah.
He spliced together to make it look like they were part of the same movie, but only barely.
Like I heard there was also ninja cuts. They are fun to watch, but anyway, I will never stop when we get into ninja.
We'll be on and on about this. So, yes. So you Wilhelm, you kill that the raider screams.
You kill Wilhelm. You kill.
And he makes a sound that's very familiar and way overdone. You're back to being just a tone there, Parker. Yeah, you sound like a sine wave there, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you a Dan Deacon album all of a sudden?
I said he was. At first, I said he's a Cylon.
We're getting interference from the other side.
There we go.
Oh no, we're not in Pulse, are we?
How's that? Is that better?
That's a little better. Quiet, but better. All right. So how's that? How's that? That's better. All right. Now you're back to you're being a tone again. Nah, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
How about that?
That's better.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to use my laptop speakers. This blue microphone can go through itself in the butt.
Yeah.
My laptop speakers.
Oh no, I just figured it out why these videos are so popular.
What?
Cryptozoologists are watching it for the footage we have catching a glimpse of the Yeti. Somebody call the History Channel.
Yeah.
This is as much evidence as they've ever put forward.
Oh yes,
pretty much.
Find
What happened?
Bigfoot. Yes. There was the sound in the woods, and it was Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I saw
Next,
it.
because I rolled amazing.
No, officer, I haven't been smoking weed.
Sorry.
It's like, no, officer, I haven't been smoking anything.
It's actually going to be your turn, Iskandar.
All right. Whenever I get within 20 feet of a next target, I'm going to chuck my spear at him.
All right.
As I'm continuing my charge. Preferably how many humans are left?
There are no humans left. There's one dragonborn.
I'm going to chuck it at a kobold.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and meet the dragonborn in face-to-face combat. Honorable combat.
All right. The dragonborn is bronze scaled. Go ahead and give me a roll. That he's bronze scaled. He's wearing some decent armor. I'm sorry, she's wearing some decent armor, which as you approach to engage her, you realize the front of her armor has a symbol on it that looks actually similar to a red hand. It looks similar to a hand, but actually I said red. Each of the what would be the fingers is a different color.
Okay. I rolled a 14 for the attack roll with my spear to a kobold.
That's a hit.
All right, roll damage. Ooh, max damage 10.
All right, that kobold is pinned to the mill.
So
Or
as I'm
actually, you
running
know
out,
what? You can describe how it dies, but either
Yeah.
way, it dies.
I like that though. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna be running and basically crying a charge as I go. I take a quick step and hurl my spear at one of the kobolds that was right next to the mill. It would impact and pin them through the heart to the mill as it lets off a Wilhelm scream.
The
And,
kobold exclaims, "I'm too late!"
But as I charge at the finish my charge, well, yeah, I'll have enough movement left to do it, and draw my longsword while doing it. Approach the Dragonborn, and I would probably turn to the rest of the kobolds, and my scales golden and dancing in the flames, with blood probably slightly dried all over my body, painting me in that red afterglow. Tell them in Draconic, run.
Okay. Well, the kobolds actually oblige you, immediately turning and bolting into the darkness. The Dragonborn, however, looks surprised at first as you meet her in combat, and then hisses in the Draconic tongue, "Traitor," as she strikes at you.
What a hooker.
But the blow is not enough to strike you, so you may defend against that in any way that you wish that does not involve attacking back.
All right. As she goes to strike me, I bring up my shield with the emblem of the Uruk Empire, the almost entirely Dragonborn-based colony that's very Spartan-like, almost entirely based on ancient Sparta from Greece, and see if it does anything. But I will catch it and then force it back and get ready, back into my ready position. And basically hissing in Draconic, traitor, don't make me laugh.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Okay. So your background is that you come from a very large Dragonborn community.
I'm a former captain of the infantry of the Uruk Empire. I just came from a war with a barbarian tribe. And the Uruk Empire is very similar to Sparta. We're massive. We worship Bahamut. We are considered his infantry in the coming war against Tiamat.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you. You remember the emblem that I described that was crudely painted on the front of her armor?
Yeah.
You would be actually familiar with that if you're not out of character. That is to you, or you would recognize as a crude emblem of Tiamat.
Ah.
Each finger is a different color: white, red, blue, green, and black.
For the different heads, yes.
Excuse me while I check my player's handbook, 5th edition, to look up Tiamat.
Excuse. That's about how my character would react, right?
Well, that's Mitchell recognizes that right off. But he is also face to face with her. So let's see, whose turn is it? That makes it your turn, Mulgar.
Okay.
Of the Hill.
Mulgar. Yeah, maybe Mulgar's maybe not, but whatever. Mulgarion, whatever. Name is Mulgar. That's it. It's very elegant. You just plebeians don't understand.
It's spelled Mulgar, but in Elfish it's pronounced Tuathwel Helen.
Exactly.
It's a lot of vowels and apostrophes, really.
There's a lot of soft D's.
Anyway, so well, I see her as the enemy, so I guess so. I do a Ray of Frost, so I have to roll. A normal ranged attack is your dexterity modifier, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a +2.
You actually, because it is a spell, you are actually allowed to use your intelligence bonus for your to hit roll
Sweet.
instead of. That's true of all spells. You'll use your primary spellcasting attribute
So
for
I've
your
got
attack roll.
Okay, I rolled an 18, and my IQ modifier is 3. So I
Okay.
have a 21.
And you are considered proficient.
Okay,
So that's another
yeah.
+2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
What? Okay, so I hit 1d8. I don't have a d8, so I'm going to roll this with Dice Stream. I really need to get a d8. But anyway, I have gotten a 3. And wait, this is how I do it, okay? So I just, oh wait, I have an idea. So what I do is I do an incantation, and then suddenly I hold a crossbow, suddenly a ethereal crossbow made out of ice, out of see-through translucent ice I hold, and it shoots out an arrow which then transforms into an ice beam. Okay, as it flies, it becomes an ice beam, a blue-white ice beam. And as soon as I'm done, the crossbow disappears.
okay. All right. The bolt strikes her, and at a thick, frosty rime spreads from it over a portion of her body.
So it did 2 damage.
Yes, sir. And that actually, I believe, is the in the butt.
Yeah, that's Mitch. That's our boy.
Nice. What?
All right.
Even better.
Butters from South Park.
This is the point when the viewers begin rolling their eyes at the inside joke.
Well, the what in the butt? That's the one that everybody will get.
Yeah.
That was in South Park and a famous internet meme. And then only the people who take the time to watch my videos. Mutt Bagnet? That sounds like something I would buy from Sky Mall for my dog because I've got too much money on Mutt Beignet.
That's something my character would probably eat
French.
and think it's a delicacy.
That's my loyal companion, Brett Magnan.
From the French, from the French-speaking area, from the Elven Kingdom. Extra pretentious.
Hockey, hockey, ha.
Oui.
So, like Elfish Canada?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Well, that wouldn't be proper because Canada is like the nicest fucking people on the planet.
It's
No,
Elven,
totally.
It's Elven Quebec.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Quebec is Elven Quebec.
All right, so back to the mill, which is like
Yeah.
the opposite of Sky Mall.
Who's up?
It's actually going to be your turn again, Barker. At the top of the round.
Excellent. So, how far am I from, give or take, the melee combat at the mill?
If you are getting as close as you can without actually crossing the corona of the fires, I'm going to say about 20 feet, or 25 feet.
Okay, all right. So instead of charging, I'm actually going to start slowly moving forward, and I'm going to fire one more arrow. My plan is next turn to maybe go into melee combat against the enemy, but I will fire at an enemy. Who are my options?
Currently your option is the Dragonborn lady.
And the fleeing kobolds.
Actually, they actually have fled into the darkness.
Oh.
Without dark vision, he would not be able to see them, and so targeting them would be at disadvantage.
Well, unless I have magic missile, because then I could shoot magic missile into the darkness. Yes.
I believe in a thing called love. Sorry, the darkness. Okay. I will fire an arrow at the Dragonborn lady, and I will say, Mutt Bagnet! And I will roll it. And that is a natural 1, but I would like to point out that I am lucky When I
Yeah.
roll a natural 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I can
Okay.
re-roll the die and must use the new roll.
Okay. You'll
Another
want to.
one.
That is a natural 1.
Are you serious?
Apparently,
Oh,
God wants you to
God.
fail.
You're not lucky
Okay.
today.
Why don't you go ahead and roll your damage?
Oh, shit.
There's no critical failures in attacks and stuff. He just misses real badly.
Well, yeah, but I would like... Well...
There's no critical failures. What's the point in him?
Oh, come on. Take it, Dragonborn. Do I have to add my dexterity modifier to the damage?
No, just go ahead and tell me what you got on the die.
5. Sorry, dude.
Okay, what, you're totally blanked on the name. Iskandar, you take 2 points of damage
Oh, have.
So that
As
arrow impacts my ass.
as an arrow grazes, right across, just above the ass.
It's a tramp stamp.
Yes, you're the, you get skimmed.
If you're going
by-
to Yamate.
Was that Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy one.
Cool.
I feel better for not understanding that now.
I feel sorry, and I keep moving forward, and and then I just sling my bow, and I draw my short sword, and I pull out my crowbar from my bag.
I generally make a solid policy of a natural 1 firing into melee,
Yeah,
striking a friendly.
I think
that's what I do too.
But I always have the damage. I always do it really low because I don't want to. If I was a super dick, if this was Hackmaster, that probably would have been a sneak attack with full bonuses. We're here to have fun playing, not die
No,
mysteriously to an allies.
We're here to have a good time, guys.
All right.
All right.
That
Sorry.
is going to make it. I believe it
Well,
is.
then wouldn't he have to roll again to
Yes.
see if he beats my armor class?
I
No,
don't know.
no. Just go ahead and take your turn there, Mitchell.
Sorry, buddy. Ass happens.
So after Barker pegs me in the ass,
Okay, wait, hold on. Go back and rephrase that, please. Just say that again in a different way.
And remember, this is a family-friendly show.
after I get drafted by Barker,
Oh, jeez.
It's better. It's better.
When I get that feeling, it makes sexual healing.
Oh.
Sean,
Thank you,
I'd say it's
Sean.
more than a
Thank you.
feeling.
Hooked on a feeling?
Oh,
Ooga-cha,
God.
ooga-cha.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
I
no
kind of
more.
lurched
I got my
forward
stuff
from
back.
sudden friendly fire. Quick,
Just consider it a
back together.
handshake from a dickhead hat.
yeah.
A high five. You're doing so well. I feel like
You know-
it's unfair to the Dragonborn.
If I were
Hey, Mitchell, don't worry. It was just the tip. So
Oh.
of the arrow, you dirty-minded boys.
It was only 2 damage.
Yep.
Can we please move on?
Before somebody asks me to get out my copy of Fatal and look up the circumference rating. Please declare your action.
Fulcrum
Okay.
point. Ain't no circumference.
Goddamn fulcrum point. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mitchell. Action. This has got to stop. Let the man take his action.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of shake it off from a sudden pain from this friendly fire, and kind of grunt out as I shake it off and a bit of gout of flame as it goes to my mouth as I push the pain to the back of my mind, and I'm going to strike at her again.
Okay.
That's 12.
That is going to miss. Your blade is deflected by her shield.
I'm probably going to also speak to her while I'm striking.
Okay.
As I bring my sword down and she's batting them to the side with each strike, I would be growling again in Draconic. Hatchling of the traitor! I do not worship the betrayer that is you. Lay down your sword, and I may allow you to live.
Let's see. That is gonna make it your turn, Mulgar, as Iskandar, her lips peel back into a sneering grin.
Okay, so I don't think she will give up.
She has not lowered her guard in any way, and her eyes burn with hatred.
Oh. So another Saturday night. Okay.
My question is, could I, with Mage Hand, grab her weapon and take it away?
No.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No.
Just asking.
Not strong enough for that.
Yes, okay. Can my Mage Hand work out? No, anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna.
What was that?
Nothing.
Because this is a family-friendly show.
Yeah.
There
So
was
far, it's
well.
weird.
Every time I talk about Mage Hand, it's more like I won't say. I have a quote, but I won't say it.
No, say it.
Okay, well, basically, in my session, my Tarl Igot session, our mage, the Silver Alchemist, played by none other than Retro Kaiser, he said at one point, he's like, his whole point is that he's like an insane, sex-crazed maniac kind of thing. So he's like, I'm gonna go behind the bush and use Mage Hand on myself. So. Which of course my character won't do. So
Well,
he's
yeah.
got class.
Well, you would. Because it's got to be less than 5 pounds, so.
And
What you're witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when gameplay goes on for too long.
Yep. So I'm gonna do it in the Ray of Frost, and I have a +3, and I guess a +2, so +5, right?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled a 19, so I have a 24, and then that
That's a
hits.
hit.
Nice.
Let me roll the damage. And I roll a 7 this time. Okay.
Oh, wow.
This time, I will just like I will create a little I will create a little floating ice dice, and then I will like point it with my finger like this, and it will become it will go so fast it will become a beam again and hit her for 7 damage, frost damage.
Okay, that is quite a telling blow. It actually staggers her back some.
It also slows her technically in her walking speed, but since we're not using a map, it's kind of pointless. So.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Okay.
All right. That, if nothing else, wipes that smirk off her face. And
Wipe it off.
That brings it to her turn.
But by the way, out of character, I was able to share it in the YouTube RPG Brigade, so.
I
saw
saw
that.
that. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I have to go to my Google Plus, and then I see it, and then I can share it that way. So.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Anybody
sorry.
else for walking?
Oh wow. Hold on. Getting my head back on straight. All right. Actually, she actually does. As she staggers backwards slightly, she does drop her sword and shield and backs up against the wall with her hands up.
I'm going to similarly thrust my sword forward, but not like to impale her, but to basically as a sign of kneel and surrender.
Okay. The All right. And at the bottom of the round, the front door of the mill kicks open, as do the window that had been shuttered, actually between right beside where you're standing, which would actually also be quite close to where the halfling would have been advancing to help you. Opens, and a bunch more raiders come pouring out.
What?
That was the trap.
Crap.
What means a bunch?
Let me see.
Like a bunch of bananas? Bunch.
That's what she said. Like a bunch of bananas.
That is what she said. That's what she might have said.
Grand. That's what she said. Grand total of we're going to 8.
Wow. Okay.
You just kind of see this look of rage cross my face like dirty tricks. But I do have to give her a bit of respect for such a great ambush.
Well, you don't
The
have
militaristic
to.
part of me.
You don't have to.
It's the soldier part of me as well as the draconic pride.
Well,
Right,
I can
as,
still do Ray of Frost and...
As you all expected, this was some fashion of bullshit. You are not surprised by this, but let's see.
Yeah.
As
Mulgar said, well, there's the trap.
Yep. And I say, well, no, my character doesn't say it, but I would say biggest bullshit in bullshit history.
In the history of bullshit, in the history of history.
Well, if I'm really pissed, I will say like the biggest bullshit of the universe, and when I'm really pissed, it's the biggest bullshit of the multiverse.
Oh, but the Megaverse.
The mega. Well, okay, I'm not that pissed. Sorry.
Okay, well, calm down.
Not quite pissed off. From the Anvil Galaxy to Wormwood.
There we go.
Okay.
It's
Iskandar,
my turn?
Iskandar, you are struck twice, actually, for a grand total of 6 damage.
Alright.
You are missed once, and Azalea, you're missed once and struck once for 5 points of damage.
Whoa! What?
The cleric is struck once and missed once. And mage, you are still mage armored up. You are struck once for 3 points of damage.
Shit.
And that brings us to the top of the round.
Okay, we're not doing very good. Okay.
Top of the round to you.
That would be me, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm holding a short sword in my right hand and a crowbar in my offhand, and I say, "Ow, God! Is that all you got? Ow!" And then I swing at him with my short sword.
The woman who stabbed you, who is actually lightly armored and actually also wearing the same symbol as the Dragonborn, snares. Of course not.
Great. Well,
What you got there?
I roll a natural 20, and you can't see it because it's a translucent dice, but it is a natural 20.
Okay, I will believe you.
Great. And that was with my first attack, so that would be... Are we doing max damage?
It's
Max
max damage plus roll.
Okay,
Yep,
so...
that's the precedent I set. At least
Cool.
for this game, it may not be the same next time, but I'm going to hold that.
No, that's the rules. I'm looking at them.
Oh, okay, excellent then. Very
Cool.
good.
All right. So that total is max damage is 9 plus 4 is 13 damage for the first strike with my short sword.
How much?
13.
13. That slays her.
And I say, liar. Is there anybody else near me?
Yes, there is another raider directly within striking damage.
All right. Well, I need
Striking
to.
range, excuse me.
I'm going to use my improvised weapon that is a crowbar to strike him, shaka, right across the head. And I say, shaka.
Out of character, somewhere in the background, Gordon Freeman is standing and like crying, and like, I'm so proud of it.
It's okay, Dad. I rolled a 19. I rolled a total of, okay, so that would be plus.
It would be a mace or a hammer.
Well, it would actually be an improvised weapon, I think, but it's up to the DM. What do you say?
Wouldn't it be a pick? Anyway.
Improvised weapons, if they are similar to any weapon currently on the weapons chart, it takes the damage die of that weapon. So, like, say if you use when Garthor used the paddle, it was a staff. A crowbar would basically be a mace.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna give that a D6 damage die, and you know what? I'm a pretty generous guy, so I'm gonna ask: are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Wait.
If he's a rogue, yes.
Yeah, I am.
The answer is yes, because you're a rogue. So I'm going to allow that proficiency to stand.
So I'm proficient with them, so I can hit somebody over the head with them. I dig it.
Yeah, you can brain a zombie very efficiently.
Now my question is, are my thieves' tools finesse weapons?
No. Not that crowbar.
Put them like in your fingers and pretend to be Wolverine.
Then I only do 2 damage if it's a D6. Because I rolled a 3 minus my 1 strength, that's 2. Or minus 1 strength, which is 2.
Alrighty.
And I hit him as hard as I can. And yeah. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
If he's flanking, you still get your sneak attack.
He's not. He's actually right in
Yep.
these two, the two that he was engaging there, went right into his face.
I'm right in front of these bros. It's all right. I'll take them.
But there's one fewer.
Cool.
That makes it your turn, Iskandar.
I'm going to turn away from the Dragonborn lady. She's disarmed herself. It is no longer honorable for me to kill her.
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I keep forgetting to do this.
Actually, what has the cleric been doing?
The cleric is currently engaged with 2. He's near the mage, so I kind of am leaving him back by the mage so that each of the weaker fighters has one of the better fighter types.
Yeah.
Like right there to help him out.
Yeah.
And I am going to go ahead and give everybody in the party 1 point of inspiration.
Cool.
For various things that you guys have done throughout the game that I probably should have given you inspiration for, and just realized that I had forgotten about inspiration.
It's okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
I figure you guys could use every edge because this is a pretty serious fight here now.
The inspiration is for re-rolling, right?
Actually, no. The inspiration can be spent to give you advantage on any D20 test.
But we have to say before we roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, of course. It wouldn't be fair otherwise.
Totally.
Well, I'm going to attack the one closest to me.
Okay.
Let's see. 10 plus 6, 16.
That's a hit.
Alright, roll damage. 4 plus 4, 8.
8 damage?
Yeah.
Alright. That makes it your turn, Good Wizard.
Okay, so a guy did successfully attack me, and what I will do is the Shocking Grasp. And the Shocking Grasp, I have to do what they say is does the bandit, does he wear any armor? Metal armor. Specifically.
Never described my attack or anything, but okay.
I'm sorry, you can...
Now it's already
Because it says here
Sean's
that
turn.
I would have an advantage on the attack roll because I have to do a melee spell attack roll against the target, and I have an advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made out of metal.
Yes, actually, they're wearing chain shirts.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so that means...
Sorry, Mitchell.
If it's a melee attack roll, do I still have the +3 and +2? Like the ranged melee, ranged magic attack?
It's still technically a ranged attack. It's just right in front of him.
Because it says melee spell attack. I don't know if that's...
I think so.
Okay. Well, if it's
I don't think that you ever use anything other than your intelligence bonus.
Okay, then let's say just 3.
It's I believe is that a melee touch attack?
Yeah, I believe so because it's like a close combat.
That's important because if you attempt a ranged attack roll while engaged, you have disadvantage.
Okay,
so.
It says here casting time 1 action range touch.
Yep. Okay. You're good.
VS, so voice and movement, I guess. Instantaneous.
Material.
Material, right. So, lightning springs from your hand doing a shock to creature to touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target.
Okay. As far as I know, just go ahead and use your intelligence bonus on that because I don't believe that it actually changes up.
I will use my inspiration point as a bonus to my roll.
Okay. Well, you already have advantage, which means you roll twice and take the higher one.
Yeah, you actually can't double up advantage, so you don't need to do that.
Yeah,
okay,
you can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just... as I said, I haven't done a wizard yet, so...
Oh, you're fine.
God damn it, Sean!
Okay, I rolled a 14 plus 3.
God damn it, Sean, this is a family show.
Excuse me, girlfriend.
You need to knock that shit off.
Princess.
Yeah, God.
Anyway, so...
This is an amateur hour.
Okay, I rolled a 14 plus 3, that's 17. I think that should be fine.
Yep, that hits.
Okay,
Sweet!
So it's 1d8. For the next time I'll have my spells here listed, but 1d8 lightning damage, and I don't know if it gets plus. And he can't take reaction until the start of next. No, he doesn't get any extra damage. I just get a bonus.
Oh, it takes his reaction away.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's actually super amazingly useful.
yeah.
Because if he can't use his reaction, then he can't make opportunity attacks against you.
It's a good spell to run
So,
away. I think that's
yes,
what I'm gonna
exactly. If you have another person engaged with you, so they will be able to take an opportunity attack if you run away because you can't disengage now because you use your action to cast a spell. But I'm just saying if somebody is like if you've got like one enemy on you, you can just shocking grasp them and bolt if you need to.
Okay, this is what I do. I'm like, ugh. He like hits me. I'm like, what primitive methods? And I said, you should meet my little friend. And then I open up my hand, and a little electrical spider jumps at him and bites him. There we go. I like that.
Nice.
Well,
No,
little. I mean, this is not this little. So, I mean, this is like pretty big.
Nice.
So.
All right, that is.
Well, actually, it's a touching. So the spider, I like squish the spider on him, and then that's how.
Make him eat it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, Silas strikes one of his foes upside the head.
I did 6 hit points of damage. So just
Okay.
me.
That's important to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so attack rolls around. Miss. Miss.
I like hearing that.
You won't like hearing this. Take 4 points of damage. Because that one did not miss you.
Are you talking to me?
True.
Iskandar, you are missed.
Wait, hold on really quick. Did you just hit me with 4 points of damage, Azalea?
Yes.
Okay. It's the person in front of me with what sort of weapon?
I believe they're wielding scimitars.
Okay. I'm stabbed with the scimitar, and I look him in the eyes, and I look around me, and I see the wind, and I see the gravity, and I look him in the face, and I say, but I'm not ready. And then I fall unconscious on the ground.
Okay. Are you at 0 hit points?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and give me a death test there.
No!
Constitution saving throw. Don't worry, you get all kinds of them.
Is it a Constitution saving throw, or is it just 10 to 20 and I succeed?
It's a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 10.
That is an 11.
All right, that's 1.
Whoo! 1 success.
That's 1 successful test, yes.
Rad.
Now all you need is 2 more.
All right.
Let's see. Following around there. That's enough damage on your cleric. And you lucked out, Mr. Mage. You get missed twice.
Ah, yes.
The Dragonborn who had been fighting you retrieves her weapon and shield, and kind of backs off a little bit. And that brings it back around the top of the round.
I gurgle a little bit.
Let's see. I believe you need to go ahead and make me that. At this point, I think I need you to go ahead and make that second death test.
That is a 12.
Okay, that's 2. That brings it to your turn, Mitchell.
I'm gonna strike at the guy that I injured last time.
Okay.
Try and take him out. 19 plus 6, 25.
That is quite a hit.
Another 8 points of damage.
That will very soundly kill him and I will give you time to describe that.
Okay, so all these strikes heading my way, I've been blocking with my shield, backing up, continuing to keep it in front of me as I keep angling it to continue to parry the blows to the side, readying my sword. So one goes to the side, I force it back, as I was taught many times and had practiced and had standed the trial of combat. As he had done so, I had seen the one that I had injured take a step through and run through his gut with my long sword, and then wrench it to the side, completely gutting him and spilling his entrails onto the floor before wrenching it off and bashing him into the shield with my shield into his comrades, his body flailing as he goes.
That was pretty metal.
Worshipers of the traitor! We'll all share his fate!
You make his insides outside, feeding his blood to the hungry earth. And that makes it your turn, Sean.
I'm gonna get coup de
Okay,
grace.
so can I run away now from here?
You can use, if you use your action to disengage, your opponents will not get attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so so I did hit him with the 6.
Yes, you did hit him. Not quite enough to drop him.
Because the thing is that I don't want to run away from the battle. I just want to get a better. I cannot move and do a spell, right?
Yes, you can.
You
But it will
absolutely
give you an
can.
attack of opportunity.
Okay,
Yes.
I will get as far as I can, and I'm gonna try to go into the direction of where I can also, because there's now one guy over Barker's character, right?
That guy is turning his attention towards Iskandar, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards Barker's character. Maybe I can, I don't know, help him somehow. And also because I don't want to die, and I can still hit them with the Ray of Frost. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run towards Barker, and as I turn, and I'm gonna like, as I like blow, I'm gonna like blow in my hand like, and then I'm gonna like turn around and just like just do this like, and I'm gonna say, bang, and wait, chill, and then I'm just gonna shoot the ice ray at him. And,
You had such a good moment, so you could have said, freeze.
Chill
there
out.
we go. Wait,
Worst Batman ever.
the Ice Age cometh.
Yeah.
So let me see. I got basically it's arranged. So I got a +3. So do I get
Alright.
still?
I do want to make sure that you do understand if you keep your action to cast a spell when you run away from those guys, they will get opportunity attacks.
Okay. Then shit. Then no. Then I won't do a spell then.
Okay.
I'm thinking with if I could do something, if I do any spell, right? Even if it's,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to, in order to get away clean, you have to use your action to do that.
so-
Now, I will, if you're wanting to run over there and try to pull Azalea to safety, I will allow you to do that as part of your movement.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to drag him into like the bushes or somewhere.
Okay, like further up the bank into the darkness.
Yeah, into the darkness.
Okay. All right, you
Thank you.
go ahead and escape, however you want to describe that.
Well, I run up there really panicky. I'm like, all this uncivilized, boring things, or maybe a little bit too much excitement. I'm not quite sure here, but either way, this is not your time to die yet, old friend. And I pull him away. So, with
Okay.
well, I'm not the strongest, but I think I got enough adrenaline in me to pull him away. So, and he's not that. He's a halfling, for crying out loud.
Probably 70 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, I could.
Don't call me a hobbit.
I could lift him up right like this.
Are you
right?
kidding? Yeah, we've seen how he keeps his apartment. You should be a slobbit.
And I can't even talk back. You guys are so mean while I'm unconscious.
You shot an arrow in my butt.
Oh, is that one
That's
of
a
those,
good point.
is that one of those crazy hairless cats in the background there?
Yes, that is one of those crazy. You see her? Yeah, I'll
I
get
knew
pulled up.
you're a James Bond villain, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Like blow
I also
Just-
have we have a sugar glider also, which is like
Oh.
a flying squirrel but a marsupial.
Oh no, I totally know sugar gliders.
Oh, he's the coolest. He's the coolest creature in the world. I've never seen anything cool like that.
He's I've had so many different things here. I used to raise small animals for pet shops.
Awesome.
And stuff. So we've had hedgehogs and dagoos and
Dagoos
and,
are cool.
jerboas and gerbils and hamsters of all varieties, regular and Siberian dwarf.
Oh, that's right. And here we have our Airedale Terrier.
Oh, oh, it's a dog.
It's a dog.
Like a professor dog. They always look like.
They do. They look like Teddy Roosevelt.
If I would have a dog like this, I would call him Dr. Dog. There we
Dr. Barksley.
Her name,
Yeah.
her name is Lex after Jurassic Park, but we can continue.
Oh,
go. Nice.
okay.
Nice.
Let's see. Let's gonna make it their turn. Let's see. Those guys don't have dark vision, so they're going to start looking for you in the darkness. There, you two.
I believe in a thing called love, just as another rhythm of my heart.
And everybody else gets missed a bunch. And I think that's going to bring it around to your turn, Mitchell.
Barker.
Yeah.
No, Barker makes his last death save.
Oh, that's right. Death save there. Hopefully it's his last one.
Hopefully the last one.
Yeah.
Here we go. That is a 16. Booyah! Sorry.
Congratulations! You managed to succeed at living.
Yeah. You want to
Achievement
break your
unlocked.
car!
Not quite ready.
All right,
Yeah.
you are no longer dying. You are
So
stabilized.
I am unconscious now, though, right? I have 0 hit points.
Yes.
No, you have 1 hit point and you're conscious, but you can't make any strenuous activity like actually engaging in melee combat.
Yeah. You can't
Otherwise
be
you will
aware
start-
of your... Sorry.
I can be aware of my surroundings.
Yes.
You're fully
Who is it?
conscious.
But it's Mulgar that pulled me aside.
Yep.
And I mean the only word I say to him
Iskandar is not exactly in a position to do something like that.
the only word I say to him
Punk
is
out and get stabbed and left him with 3 guys to fight.
I say brother, and that's it. And then I kind of I'm semi-conscious, but that's all I say.
Yeah, I tell him just to be quiet.
Be quiet, brother. Shut up.
I don't say that. Even my character's not that big of a dick.
It's like, shh, come on, don't alert the murderers.
Yep.
I
All right.
It's turned into a survival horror game. So.
Now,
Yeah.
see, if you would have just rolled a 20, you'd have a hit point.
Thanks.
Yeah, you had 3 chances.
I should have used my inspiration.
I gotta remember. There's a way. I think there's a way to use inspiration to increase your armor class. Also, I might be remembering something that I dreamed up just now. But
There's a basically fighting defensively form in combat. You don't attack, but instead you get imposed disadvantage against everyone attacking you.
Nice.
Dope.
It's actually your turn now.
Quick question: can I use my inspiration point to recharge my breath weapon?
Technically no, but I'm going to allow that. So because I am in charge. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was like, this would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
All right, so yeah. Everybody in front of me in a 15-foot cone makes a reflex save, DC 14. And it's 2d6, so...
Oh!
9 damage.
All right. You step back and take a deep breath.
Can I describe it?
I've got like one little thing to describe here, and then I'm going to give it to you. One of those guys takes that, or one of the opponents takes that as license to step in and strike you, and steps directly into the path of your fire face first. Everybody else has failed their save except for the Dragonborn lady you were fighting before, who leaps to the side. Also, I'm gonna have to look up her dragon type real quick.
Well, for one, she's brass, so she gets resistance against it, so she gets a 4th damage.
Yeah,
which should probably
that's all I wanted to check up, is that if brass dragons had fire resist in this edition.
They do.
Okay, so everybody except for her is taking full damage. Well, I'm sorry, everybody except for her and that guy who decided to get froggy are taking full damage. That guy, I'm giving double damage for rolling a 1 on his saving throw because he's an NPC and he's not important. And as I said before, I'm in charge.
Yes. Nice.
Go ahead, and I'm going to turn description time over to you, sir.
All right, so Iskandar is, again, using his full militaristic training of over nearly 20 years in the armed service of Uruk, as he bats swords to the side with his shield and his sword. But eventually there's a lull in the combat that just leaves him in a wide stance, his shield and sword arm up to his sides, breathing heavily. blood and smoke pouring from his mouth from all the damage he had taken. Sword slashes and stabs across his his scale mail, dripping blood onto the wheat around him. You just kind of hear this across the breeze. My lord, my family, ancestors, give me strength and burn them! And from my mouth, a huge gout of fire explodes in front of me as this guy tries to take advantage of the lull in combat and strike me as he gets a huge place full of flames.
Holy shit.
That is awesome. And you said you did 9?
Yeah, 9 points of damage.
Okay, let's see. You had previously damaged one of these guys. That dude took double damage. 9 halved is 5. Halved again is 3. All right. Let's see here.
And
Okay.
I'm probably going to use my action to use my second wind ability, which heals me.
Oh, awesome! I've totally forgot fighters had that.
Yep, let's get my heal on.
Yeah, that's great. I am gonna go ahead and rule that third guy down also. So they all fall to the ground, writhing and screaming for a very short period of time before the heat of the flames bakes their lungs and silences them forever. Even the Dragonborn that you had been faced with seems to have been floored by the heat and doesn't look like she can get back up. There are now 4 remaining. 2 on the cleric and 2 searching around the edge of the darkness for the mage and the rogue. It's actually going to make it the mage's turn. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Okay, so I can see them because I've got...
Well, no, I told Mitchell to go ahead and finish his thought real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, after the golden flames die down, you see me taking a deep breath, and you see the veins and stuff pulse out against my scales as a few of the cuts you can see sear shut from heat that I'm generating from my body. And I end up gaining 5 points of health.
Nice.
Okay. What I wanna is that I can see them because I am an elf. I should have dark vision, right?
Yeah, dark vision up to 60 feet.
Absolutely.
So.
They're actually not. They're actually kind of right around the corona of the darkness.
Well, you shouldn't really need dark vision right now considering I just lit it up like a light bulb.
Yeah. Give me just a second, guys. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, I'm right here.
Okay, I think Alex just butt dialed me.
That was the intro to your show. I recognize that.
Yes, that's how big of a douche I am.
Oh, it's fine. It's a fun little tune. And you're a douche, but it's like, no, I'm just kidding.
What?
Ego over 9,000!
This better be good.
I'm kidding.
Hello?
Hello.
There's the cat. Furless beast.
Okay, that was not good. That was another...
I like nuts.
What was that?
Oh, he's just getting the cat.
Getting the kitty.
Aww. Oh, it's weird looking, it's nice. I think it's nice. Look how she likes him.
Jesse is off at staying with the aunt. Jesse would be flipping out right now if he was around to see the cat because he loves those weird hairless.
Ow! Ow!
The cat has an agenda, and You showing it off is not part of it.
Have you ever seen the Eye of Sauron?
No, thank you.
we are recording. This is still on air.
Because this is a family-friendly show.
Get off my headphone! Ow. Alright.
He's a typical cat, alright, or she.
It's a she.
Yeah, she.
I was going to say, we all know that now.
Yes, we know that now.
Ah! Ow, she has claws, sorry.
She is a cat.
I was gonna say. Typically.
We do not gnaw on our kitty.
She's pretty evil.
Like
oh
all
my.
cats, pretty much.
Usually.
Demonic
No,
little serial killers.
I like cats too, but yeah, they are definitely characters.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. It's your turn, Mulgar.
So I can see them, but they can see me, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking that the thing is that every time I would attack them, I would give away my I wish I would be a thief now, because that would be like
You
a
totally
rogue.
could have a good one. Now you do have there is I believe the bow that the halfling uses is slung on his shoulder, if I'm not mistaken.
Could I use that? I mean, let me see here.
You would
You're an elf, you have proficiency.
oh, you do have proficiency with all bows.
I have proficiency in daggers, darts, light crossbows, longbows, long swords, quarterstaffs, short bows, short. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, you are proficient.
I am an elf, you know.
You are an elf. I do know that.
That's why Yamashita has a bow.
If I do my electricity or I do the ray of frost, that gives off light. They know where I am. Done.
Yes, that's very
So,
noticeable.
yeah,
Also loud.
Yeah. So maybe there should be a killing spell of some sort that is not as obnoxious. So.
I think they have those. Oh, whether
yeah.
you'd need a sorcerer for that.
Oh, okay. That's maybe my next character, but.
Sorcerers actually have a thing where they can they get metamagic abilities.
Okay.
And one of the things they can do is silence and still a spell. So you would actually be able to cast a spell with no verbal or somatic components.
That's nice. Or a psionic and brainwave. Anyway, let's do a. I take the bow and arrow, and I take the quiver, and I put it around me, and then I, remember like elves usually do. Elves are always who get trained.
Let's see, how do my primitive brethren use these weapons?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think to myself, I have to
the pointy end goes against the string. Wait, no, that's back.
And I think it's like, I have to resort to such primitive means, but I have no choice. So I rolled basically normal.
How did Father do that
+2.
again?
Like the dex plus 2.
There you go.
Because that's my dex modifier, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 10 plus 2, that's 12.
And +2 because you are proficient due to your racial
okay.
provisions.
Yeah, so 14 then.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's a hit, but I have to double check because I should know this. We've been using these enough. That is a hit.
Sweet. Okay, so I don't know how much damage that does, since I don't.
Short bow is what's a
D6 plus your dex mod.
Okay, so D6 plus 2.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit, and I roll a 1. But it's at least 3, it's something.
Well, let's see. You hit 1, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will be kind and say that you strike the one that you hit with your spell earlier. So that will slay him.
I would be able to distinguish which was the guy that I.
Yeah, it's pretty noticeable.
So yeah. Okay,
Cool.
so.
The one with the one who would have had a Christmas tree scar because he got hit with a bolt of lightning there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen pictures of the scars left by being struck by lightning, but they are gorgeous. It's
I think I did see it. It's
So there's
quite,
one guy who had an entire
there's-
oak tree across his back.
There's
Yeah.
always an entering wound where the lightning has struck, and if they survive, and but it depends on how the lightning goes. Kind of weird.
Sure. I suppose it's different for
That's
different
funny.
ones, but I've seen a lot of ones where it looks like they have a tree like branded into their body.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
So, do you want to describe that or move on?
Oh yeah. I basically just take the bow, and I'm not very sure with it, but I do remember the old training. I just pull it up and try to hit him on a vital area, and I said, and I think to myself, and I just let go, and the arrow hits him at the neck, and I'm trying to hit him where the electric spider hit him, so it was around the neck, and he wriggles in pain, and blood comes out, and and falls down. Yeah.
All right. As he's falling, the other guy gets a shocked expression and steps behind him, kind of grabbing his body to give himself some cover. And that is going to make it... Let's see. Actually, the NPCs. All right. So the cleric strikes one of them across the face, shattering his jaw upwards into the soft palate inside of, or the soft palate inside, or on the underside of his upper mouth. He falls to the ground, that foe falls to the ground, twitching as his brain has obviously been damaged. The other one takes a swipe at Silas and misses him. The weapon bouncing off his shield, and the one who was not struck down by the arrow as hoisting their partner's body back up and kind of backing away from the darkness slowly now. That's going to bring it back around to Iskandar.
Alright, so let's see, how many enemies are left?
There are two foes remaining, one of them backing slowly away from the darkness. It's with his back to you. The other one, also with his back to you, engaged in mortal combat with Silas the Dwarf.
I'm going to attack the one who's fighting Silas.
Okay.
But I'm also going to try and look towards the direction that this guy is backing away from.
He is actually kind of backing towards the two of you guys. The foe that you're charging is very distracted with the dwarf who just killed his partner. So
I would have advantage on rolls since
you
we're
have advantage
flanking.
because he does not see you.
And we're flanking.
I do not know of flanking providing advantage.
I can't exactly remember off the top of my head either, but either way I get advantage from the surprise.
Yeah.
18. 18 again.
Well, that is certainly a hit.
Nice.
Roll damage.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Ruff, ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. 7 plus 4,
Suddenly,
11 damage.
Dog's attack.
I'm sorry, how much?
11.
11? That will slay him.
Alright, so, as I come up behind him, I'm moving, kind of slow. He doesn't see me. I'm kind of looking in the direction, mostly, of, where this other guy is backing away from. Usually that's never, ever a good sign on a battlefield. But, as I approach the other guy, he hasn't seen me. I just simply take my sword and shove it backwards through his gut, causing it to erupt on the other side of his body, and I just kind of toss him to the side for, quickly flicking my sword and getting the blood off of it.
All right. Awesome. That is excellent. That's going to make it your turn, Mitchell. Yes. No.
Where you
Sean.
went?
Yeah.
Sean.
I will take another arrow and I will aim it at the other guy.
Okay.
And I rolled a 11 with all my bonuses would be 4, so that's a 15.
Let's see. Okay, that is just barely enough to hit him, even with the added cover.
Okay.
So.
Then I will roll damage now.
Okay.
And I roll a 2. Plus my dex mod, right?
Yes.
4.
All right. Your arrow strikes him in the shoulder, where where he does has a little area of vulnerability that you can easily aim at.
Okay. After the first success, I'm a little bit more confident, so I take another arrow, and I just barely see him. And just as I see an opportunity, I let go and I kind of pray to my God just so it hits anything. And as I can hear the
Well, you
grunt.
yeah, you're I was gonna say that you actually already used your action for this round, so.
Oh, he's
Well,
describing his hit to the shoulder.
I'm so
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I know. No. So I just kind of not close my eyes, but I kind of like just let go, and then I close my eyes, just hoping that it hits anything, praying to the God, and then I hear the grunt, and I am sweating now, so I am not throwing my antics right now because it's a life and death situation. So.
Yep. Okay. He is still up and fighting, but he is the last one up and fighting. And actually, he lets go of the body he was using for cover, looks around, takes stock of the fact that nobody is there, and bolts.
Wow.
Running hard into the darkness to the south.
So not my direction, right?
No. He's running in the opposite direction of you.
Okay.
It's clear he does not want to tangle. I don't know if any of you guys want to attempt to hit him by any means.
You know what?
I don't have anything.
I might as well finish it. I'm gonna at least attempt to hit him.
Okay, I'll go ahead and.
Okay, I rolled the 13 plus 4. That is a 17.
All right.
Do I hit him?
Yes. Sorry.
I get a 4 plus 2. That's 6 hit points.
Okay, that.
I might have missed my calling here.
that will drop him.
It kind of feels weird as a wizard shooting a bow. I'm just so used to like, oh, you cannot use a bow. Do a sling.
I used to take a crossbow when I was a wizard in 3.5.
Oh yeah, you can use a crossbow, can't you? It's a simple weapon.
Unless you're an elf, in which you have longbow as well.
I haven't played
Sure.
a rogue in almost exactly a decade, and so this
Wow.
is my first time since then playing a rogue, and I've forgotten how awesome. I love it. It's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good engine. This is a good addition to come back to the rogue end because rogues are thick house in 5e.
Yeah. No kidding.
Okay, the challenge has ended. You are surrounded by the bodies of the fallen.
Did I finish the guy, by the way?
Yeah, he falls down. Second arrow catches him in the
Dragonborn
back.
woman.
As he runs, I hit him. I just managed to hit him in the back, so it's nothing really. Pretty crude shot still, but it's just enough that it hits his, punctures his lung, and it's enough to finish him off.
He flops onto his face.
I let out a cough. Iskander was right. We should have waited an hour.
Yes, but I think we have won. We have defeated them.
What were you trying to say, Mitchell?
Except for the Dragonborn woman, I'm going to sheathe my sword, grab my spear, and walk towards her.
All right, she has not moved, but is clearly still breathing.
I ask.
It looks like she has tried to turn herself to be able to crawl away, but maybe doesn't have the strength due to her armor. Sorry, what was that, Sean?
I'm just asking Barker's. I almost said Alexei because I'm always forgetting his name.
Azalea.
Azalea. Azalea.
It's at the bottom of his screen.
Right, of course, but, duh. Anyway, are you able to walk, do you think?
DM?
You will need somebody to prop you up.
Well, okay, I prop him up. I take the bow and the quiver and the bow, and I tell him, like, for a crude primitive weapon, this bow is of pretty good craftsmanship. Helped us
Kidding
to
you.
survive.
You did well. Don't tell anybody that I had to use you as a crutch, right?
I won't. I must say, us elves, all of us elves, gain some training in the bow. I'm far from being a master in that art, but.
So I misheard what Barker said and created for myself a hilarious joke.
What did you hear first?
Well, first I heard, first I thought you said crotch. And then I was like, wait, no, and I was like, what was that sentence? Oh, wait, no, it's don't tell people that that I had to use you as a crutch. So I just filled in the rest of that with, but do tell them that I used you as a crotch.
I can say that.
Wild dogs.
I'm sorry, there's got to be something outside that's causing them to do this.
It could be a burglar.
They would have kept barking, and that burglar would be dead.
Oh. Huh.
Burglars are usually smarter than to break in when it's obvious people are home. So.
Yeah. True.
And when a big-ass bear of a dog starts barking and running out and trying to tear the throat out.
All right, so do we make our way back to the keep after we make sure the fires
I'm
are
going
put out,
to
right?
get in front of the dragonborn woman and point my spear at her to basically get her to stop advancing.
She
hallway.
Right, she has already actually given up on that.
I'm gonna put down Barker's character close to Ishkander. And, I'm gonna look at the corpses to see where they're from, and I'm gonna collect the loot, and we can.
Okay.
We also might consider we might have to defend this place, right? I mean, if we leave and then they attack it again.
Wait! You are not gonna defend anything right now. We gotta first heal up.
I was talking about you, not me. I'm going back to the keep.
You're. Yeah, what we need to do right now. I need to rest too. I've been injured too, and by primitive means, but I'm not immortal, even though I am a master of the Arcanicum.
I don't know how much you're trying to collect there. They all are wearing chain shirts in various states of repair now that many have been stabbed through.
And burned.
I want to first take the gold that I can find on them because I don't know how long we can stay here.
The gentleman. I'm sorry, I was going to say you can find a grand total of 20 gold among them. The gentleman who stepped in directly face first into that blast of fire, his armor is actually fused to his flesh at this point.
I'm not touching that.
So, helmet melted into his skull, and the halfling using the elf as a crotch because this is a family-friendly show.
Yes, it is.
I love that joke. That's really, I'm getting a lot of miles out of it.
Go on, invite the kids, invite Grandma.
Indeed.
Come
all.
Would I be able to take off the chain shirts that I could, other than the fused one, and carry it at all? Would I?
It'd be heavy and it'll take you a while. It's gonna, I guess, depend on how long Iskander is gonna spend. I was gonna say your dragonborn, whom you are looking at, has ceased to try to crawl, and has bled quite a bit on the ground.
Is she in danger of dying?
Possibly.
Can we use...
I'm going to sit her up and basically squat in front of her and lean my spear against my shoulder and ask her name.
I'm gonna... Wait. I have a medicine skill. I'm gonna first stabilize Barker's character, and then I'm gonna try to stay. It's a +1.
Barker's already stabilized.
You can just easily patch him up.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask the cleric.
But he is already stabilized, so he's not in any threat right now. You can patch him up as you feel like it.
I'm gonna ask our dwarf cleric if we maybe could attempt to stabilize her and bring her in as a captive.
I was like, I can spare her life easy.
And I think that would be a thing to do because that's our mission right now. I mean, we have stopped the fake invasion, so to speak, and that would be. She obviously knows more what's happening here, so.
Just imagining the halfling laying there, just like, I'm so glad that we're taking the time to loot.
He's shouting out encouragement.
I'm gonna give him part of the gold.
Save me one of them nice chain shirts, please. I would like one of them chain shirts.
Don't forget to look in his boots and undergarments. Sometimes they hide them.
I'm just bleeding to death over here.
I'm gonna get some.
I know it looks bad, but they might have a few platinum tucked under the family boots.
You never know when you'll need a cab ride home to tuck a couple platinum in your boot.
Hold their cavities, if you know what I mean, right? Pulp Fiction reference.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
checking is nothing.
Check under the ladies' boobs. They might hide them there. Bandits are a wily bunch. You don't know what they might trick you with.
Checking his crotch. You never know.
Look for the family-friendly show. That's.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start as the. So I asked this to cleric if he can heal her up.
I'm going to try also and start removing her armor to try and patch her up.
Okay. Not a whole lot of fight left in her. The cleric can easily cast a very minor little cantrip that will stabilize her instantly.
That would be helpful.
And so he does so. First looking to save me one of them nice chain shirts.
Okay, I say if we all work together, we can get as many chain shirts. I don't know how many, and at least everybody could get one. I obviously to sell it, and you could wear it possibly. I don't know. So I start taking off a chain shirt.
Okay, well, I'd say you can get away with at least one of them. If you're not being too amazingly in the time it'll take to patch, and I imagine bind the Dragonborn.
Yeah, bind, of course. Yeah.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bind her a bit with her arms in front of her.
Okay.
Gonna probably leave her legs free for now.
It's probably a good idea. You know how wily some fighters can be, what with summoning reserves of inner strength that allow them to fight again. And you guys can actually are lucky enough to be able to limp back to the castle without further incident, unless you choose to make trouble.
I am going to be carrying her, and I probably will make it known that if any of them attack her, I will not be taking that laying down.
Our good sir, you don't have to say that since our mission is bringing in a captive. So, yes.
Just making a point, Elf. What do you prefer, Moldar?
What do I prefer? I prefer to bring her in. Obviously, that is the logical choice, as I am the master of the Arcanicum. So let's get moving.
Why would we not bring her in?
Silas says, whether we wanted a prisoner or not, I'd never hurt him. It's like he's being a bound, helpless foe.
Oh, screw off! You're a cleric, and here I am wounded. I was unconscious on the field of battle. Forget what.
It's simply a matter of pride for me.
Well, I suppose you should have fought. I suppose you should have fought better then.
Probably. You're not wrong.
So I do turn to them slightly. So who was it that decided we shouldn't have taken that hour-long rest?
What do you speak? I mean, they
So
were
let's go into the keep, right? Yeah.
they were saying we should hurry up.
Kitty-o.
It was obviously a trap, but we couldn't have known, and the barn could have been burned. Not the barn, the mill could have been burned out.
That's
So
right.
We had
That's
to
what
make
he
the
said.
ethical, logical decision.
My character would be grinning, so you guys could tell that I'm joking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
But then
Sorry.
again, your character is chaotic asshole.
I didn't know he was chaotic neutral.
The dragon, the
I'm
lizard
doing
born's
good
got a sense of humor.
I'm doing good deeds here. I might not be a nice guy again, but I'm not well, I might be an asshole, yes, but I'm not a good. I'm a good guy. So.
I
never said you weren't.
after-
You can
I
still
have
be good and an
charisma
ass.
8. I have charisma 8, so I'm not. I'm charismatic in a way where I'm more of. You get what I'm saying. Let's get back.
I pat him after hearing the joke. I pat our dragonborn friend Iskander on the shoulder and I say, "You might make it into the club just yet."
Can you reach my shoulder?
Well,
Probably not.
I'm sorry, that was your knee. How can I tell the difference?
Maybe.
Would you like a lift too?
I bet you hit your head a lot. I bet
Does
you
it
bump
mean-
your head on the door frames. I never bump my head.
Door frames usually break.
Man, door frames usually break. Yeah.
Alright. At the keep, they are able to patch your wounds up, and another cleric actually, also of Chantia's, coincidentally, because that is the cathedral that's yonder, restores all of your hit points.
Boom.
This is not something that he is going to be able to do very often. But
Thank you.
and I think that I am going to give you guys a chance to make any last interactions or actions you might want, and wrap that up there, or wrap up here.
I just take my wine and finally some civilized entertainment, and I start mingling with the various people who I see of high birth.
I'm going to escort the female dragonborn. It's basically a matter of pride to make sure she's at least taken care of slightly as a prisoner of war. It's basically something I was taught. If drill instructor basically always said if we ever killed a helpless or defenseless or fleeing, well, not real fleeing, enemy, he would kill us ourselves for the act of such a disgrace.
And I thank my good friend Mulgar for pulling me aside and making and ensuring that I live to fight another day and hopefully a few more years, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
I
know what you mean.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I give him a small glass of wine, and
Well, I could stay awake a little longer, I guess. I take the glass of wine and I drink it.
Yep, and I clink, and then I go and I leave him to rest, and I go mingle with the other folk.
Where everybody knows your name.
There we go.
Sorry.
And after I drop her off and make sure everything's in stuff, I'm going to probably join the soldiers and probably drink with them, share stories and crap like that.
Yeah, exactly. Wait,
I start
join
being
us or
berated
join
by
the
some
soldiers?
weird human peasant called Cliff.
Cool. Awesome, guys. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah. I think
Thanks
this is a
for,
good point to stop.
Yeah, thanks for DMing, Fox. And
Yeah, thanks.
anybody want to plug channels before we close? If anyone is actually still watching at the end.
Let's see here. Real fast, each of you, I believe, are going to receive 275 experience points.
Boom.
Nice. That should
Not
be
enough to level
2.
up though, but close.
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems planned. Whatever.
Oh, what is it, 300?
Yes, 300.
No,
Oh, okay.
270. Come on, 275 is good.
275. We'll get
Yeah,
that
275.
pressed soon. So next time.
Yeah. And did I happen to get a chain shirt, like I asked?
I brought the chain shirt. I didn't sell it. I give it to you.
Well,
Thank you
you can
so
certainly get one, but make sure you check the armor list to make sure that's not going to interact badly with your rogue abilities.
It does interact slightly with my dex, but it would still, I mean, if I'm being a power gamer, it would still give me one more armor class. And I feel like my rogue character wouldn't mind wearing some metal.
Especially after the leather didn't quite protect him as good as he had hoped.
Yeah.
Could be better.
I gave him the chain shirt. I'm gonna keep the 20 gold, but I give him the chain shirt as like a prize, as a loot. So he's also got something out of this whole debacle, and yeah.
Cool.
And I tell him that, so he knows. So, and we agree.
Awesome. Thanks for running, Fox.
Yeah,
Hey, no problem. Real quick, also Mitchell, you personally see the prisoner taken before the governor, and you are introduced then to Castellan Colbert. Okay, I'm going to say Colbert. It's going to be the right name next time because
insert name here.
Yes, who is in charge of the military forces at the keep, and they are going to see to it that she is treated medically so that they can interrogate her about the force they're up against.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. Any last words?
Go check out Seven Realms Productions on YouTube and Facebook. We do roleplay roulette and film inflicted trauma on rare occasion.
Go check out Be a Better Game Master on Be a Better Game Master. I do some videos, and I haven't done one in about 4 months, so I should probably do one now. And Godspeed.
Check out, of course, if you're
Oh,
watching
sorry.
this, you see you're already watching it on the Gaming Beast. You can check out my stuff, of course, on Gaming Beast 82. That's my YouTube channel, or www.thegamingbeast.com, www.thenextround.net, or mondocoolcast.com, and it's sailtime.net. So, anyway,
And
okay.
Mitchell?
And I am Chinho Mitchell. Videos coming soon.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
sweet. Oh, there we go.
Bye,
So,
everybody.
Yeah, I'm finally getting this set up.
Bye.
Next time.
bye. Good job.